All right, man. Settle in. Got quite a bit to get to. And I was looking up something before I kicked off this live stream. Let me go ahead and drop the link to the source so that everybody can go and research and verify this information. Hopefully I still got the link. Let me see. There it is. Oh, that's the other one. All right, so we got a few sources I'm gonna drop in the live chat. But the first one we're gonna get to is, I'll get the other link in a minute. It looks like this is really gonna happen. And what I'm talking about is undisputed at heavyweight. All the belts unified, one face, one name. Baddest man on the planet. Let's get ready to rumble. Can y'all believe this? Like, for the real boxing fans, all the passion we've been having about this sport, it's been pertaining to this moment right here. One face, one name, baddest man on the planet. All the belts, the two baddest dudes in the ring facing off. That's it. That is it. No dispute. Whoever wins, you that dude. You numero uno. That's where this heat come from. Trying to see these type of fights. But we talking about the fight in boxing. So shout out. Warming up. I actually went as far as checking out their damn birth charts. I was like, man, fuck it. This is the biggest fight in boxing. Shout out to my Libra gang homie, AJ, Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Libra niggas. Wilder failed us, man. Wilder did some other shit. Okay. He a Libra gang nigga too, but it went south for him. And I'm not, in this live stream, I'm not gonna go at Wilder. I'm gonna speak on some different shit with Wilder. But AJ, shout out to that Libra gang right there. That man, he care a lot about what he got, his values, his possessions, and he will fight with his life to maintain everything he got. That's AJ. AJ gonna work hard, put in the work. You know, he may not be the best in your eyes in certain aspects of how he fight. He gonna find a way to get the job done though. Because he know what he want, and he not gonna let nobody stand in his way. And if you take it from him, he coming back to get it. And I want to talk about how, and then we're gonna get to the we're gonna get to the Leo Fury. That man all fire, man. He's a straight inferno white boy. Shout out to him. Wilder had to learn the hard way. Don't ever judge a book by its color. You gotta know what the fuck you getting in there with. Fury is an inferno. You don't believe it? Watch the playback of Wilder versus Fury, second fight. He unleashed the inferno. And it's best that this situation happening this year, 2021. We got a dude 32 years old and a dude 31, a year apart. I mean, you can't ask for no better fight. You can't. Top dogs. One undefeated, one avenged his only loss. And at the top. And from the same place, the United Kingdom. They a little better at that United shit than we are, right? In the States, family. Just saying. But grand rising to y'all, man. We got Tahak in the chat. What's going on, man? We are here. I'm going to get the link dropped. Because there's some other stuff to get to. Because also where this passion been coming from is how the sucker shit we've been noticing. Excuse me, I'm trying to keep it down. But the sucker shit we've been noticing, when y'all trying to devalue belts and act like undisputed don't matter, and you get mad when we bring the flame, when your guy redirect or act like that ain't important, or act like that's not the biggest fight in boxing, we bring that heat to you. Welcome to the flame. But as on a flame of fame level, AJ versus Fury. And the link I was looking for in the beginning was to the WBO stating that they're not going to get in the way of this. That was my only problem. That's why I was like, man, let me just fall back. It's too close. Like, man, it's right here, but it's always something in the way to try to mess up the big fight. And I knew the WBO was going to be the biggest factor because I see when it's certain mandatories, you know, I respect that. Don't get me wrong. If the WBO would have been like, nope, AJ got to fight Usyk, I'd be like, you know what, AJ, you got to fight Usyk, dog. You know what I mean? If that's how the WBO move and the mandatories exercise they right when they go up to overstep whoever, hey, get that fade in, dog. Big leagues. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know, hey, if Wilder and Fury had to get another one in while AJ had to fight Usyk, I'd be like, hey, so be it. But if that's not going to be in the way, 2021, this is the one. This is the one. Sporting. What's up, my bro? This is the MF and fight. So I wonder if the WBO got a brown envelope. I mean, hopefully, if that needed to happen, cool. Because it's been long overdue. You know, when I brought the heat to Wilder, it wasn't because of something personal. It's because this is the fight I want to see. I don't care who got it, what two dudes it is. You know, you can look at any sport, right? It's going to come down, in many cases, to the final two to decide who the baddest. We got NFL going on right now. My team out, still a game. We done. We on the couch watching other niggas, you know, in the game and shit. We in the bleachers. Keep it a stack. But it's gonna come down to two teams, and everybody want to find out who that is. Who gonna be the number one holding up the trophy? So in this sport that we like with boxing, is holding up the belts, 4 of them, unified. So, like we said before, leave the clown shit and the little lukewarm, watered down boxing talk shit off the UGC. If it ain't gonna be the realest boxing talk. Well, fight your A. Welcome to the big leagues, Usyk. Welcome to the big leagues. You know, undisputed oversteps any of your agenda that you had coming in. You already undisputed at cruiserweight. You can wait. Usyk, you are already stamped in greatness. You know what I mean? I mean, you overstep a lot of people in my book. A lot of people up here focus on these little champs. I'll be like, you know what? I don't care what they say. You unified at cruiserweight and you beat whoever you needed to beat, and you was in the goddamn World Boxing Super Series and got the Ali Trophy. Y'all need to stop. Okay? We know you the real deal. You done done it. But at the heavyweight, these guys already been here. They've been putting in the work. And we wanted to see who the best is at heavyweight. And you might be that in the near future. And as long as there's a arrangement for you to get a shot at the undisputed champ, then so be it. Pay Usyk whatever you need to pay him so he can dance and chill until it's his time. You know, brown envelope. They be getting paid as belt online. Each sanctioning body will get paid. But what up from UK? Just came by the. What's up, Ryan? Big ups to the UK. So that much said, let me drop this. Let's sell some stock this morning. Let me see. Ryan, I'm in London, Liverpool. That's what's up. Shout out to Liverpool. So I'll drop the links to the homies first. Y'all know how we do it. Big shout out to the playback once more. The whole underground community. And I want to say real quick, because you know when the fellas come on, we're gonna talk about this undisputed heavyweight work, but y'all know we've been on this topic right here. And y'all gonna see how this topic right here is gonna get so much hotter. Trust me. People be mad when we jump on these topics, right? And we do it for a reason, not a short season. They be thinking we hating and whatever. And we just say, just wait a little while. Same way that they trying to do Devin Haney. We've seen this before. So all of this is pertaining to the same thing, though. People trying to devalue belts. They're trying to use that as an excuse now to duck. Belts don't matter. That's why I brought the heat to Ryan. Stop playing. We don't care who get mad about it. Because when it's all said and done, you know what? He want to make, trust me, man. With all the little lady followers he got, he better not ever get slept in the ring. Ever. He don't want that to happen. You know what I mean? So he can try to act like Devin belt don't matter and Devin ain't this and whoop-de-whoop. If y'all think Teofimo Lopez is the WBC champ, I keep saying, who is this mandatory? Right? You just no, you a franchise dude. Okay? If you ain't got nobody coming up the ranks that they can catch that fade with you like every other champ, Y'all saw Canelo had to get on some act right with the stupid shit. He was catching heat. He was getting flushed out with that heat. Now you at 68. Oh, I got to do these defenses and all this. I got to defend champ. I'm not a franchise champ anymore. What do you guys mean? That's Teofimo. I'm not a franchise champ. Oh, now you want to get on some act right. See, when you got big champ shit going on, the little champ shit get exposed. So some of y'all talk on that little champ shit. We stay focused on the big champ shit, whether it's mainstream talk or not. But what you're not gonna do is devalue real belts and act like some of these greats ain't held these belts, man. But the big champ shit is gonna remain at the top all day. So Devin Haney, bruh, we know what it is. Keep doing what you do. Fight who you can fight for as long as you can do it. Because when you become champ, they coming for you. That's all respect any belt holder, real belt holder. You got guys coming after you. They can jump in your in the sanctioning body, work their way up the ranks, and try to knock you off the top. If I can't do that, you ain't no champ, bro. You ain't no real free smoke, bro. You don't want no roads to lead to you at all. You just want to be in orbit in safety. Fuck that. You ain't no real big champ. Lee, what's up, family?
What's up, my fellow air sign? Shout out to the Libras.
Shout out to my homie Jim, my Gemini homie, Lee.
Yeah. This fight is when I had a feeling that they was gonna do that because it's too much money involved. And when Eddie Hearn made that play where we dropped the belts, he sent the message to him like, bro, because you know the sanctioning, they just changed their mind. I'm actually glad, even though Usyk deserves it, but at this time, bro, you gotta just chill a little bit, bro.
So we got the
undisputed
Sport Advantage asking you in the chat, man. We got the
I don't every day
Libra AJ versus Fiery Fury.
To be honest with you, bro, every day I change my mind. Now when I see their camp, because a lot of this is gonna be on their game plan and what weight they come in. Fury came in extra heavy, like 270 versus Wilder. That might not benefit him for AJ because Wilder is not as big as AJ and AJ is physically stronger. So him leaning and things like that is not going to be the same. And also AJ coming in light like he did for Ruiz, the second fight might not be too good. So it just depends. It's going to be very interesting, bro.
All right, Colin, what's happening, fam?
Yo, what up? AJ in 6 stoppage.
I
told y'all. In terms of the weight situation, I think Joshua started to hit a good weight balance with Pulev. Like he wasn't as light as with Ruiz, but he wasn't as heavy as he was with Takam.
Right.
Which he was super heavy for that fight for some reason. And he was heavy against Ruiz part 1 because he was trying to fight Jarrell Miller. And he knew Jarrell Miller eventually was going to get on him. So, he wanted some weight to be able to deal with that.
Yeah.
So I think he's at a good weight in terms of where he found with Kubrat Pulev. He has good power, good strength, and all that. Yeah.
What gives you the confidence that AJ is just going to dispose of Fury in 6 though? Like, what gives you that confidence?
Man, if Otto Wallin can get in on Tyson Fury, so can Anthony Joshua. But Tyson Fury said that he gonna knock out Joshua in 3. Let me tell you something. I have no reason to doubt Tyson Fury that he gonna try to knock out Joshua in 3. He told me what he was gonna do against Wilder the second time, and I didn't believe him. So I don't have no reason to disbelieve him. That he
might be pump faking though.
He might be pump faking, but I'm not gonna doubt him though.
Yeah,
he gonna try.
Okay, we'll see. I mean, he did knock out Wilder, but I just wouldn't think he would use that approach against AJ. Like I think he would be smarter going in there. You know what I'm saying?
He said what he said, so I expect him to do it.
Yeah. Shout out to Toby in the chat. What's happening, fam? I mean, 32 years old, 31 years old. I mean, heavyweight, all the belts, and I guess the only last little thing that was kind of in a way was the Wilder Fury situation, but Bob Arum kind of just bodied that the other day. Shout out to Sporting Icons. I heard the interview, and he said that shit is not even, that's out. That's a done
Ooh.
deal.
Ooh.
Wilder, you need to get focused on your next fight, because that ain't happening. So whatever they thought, with this mediation or whatever shit, that's a done deal. So I was just focused on the WBO. That was the main thing. And now that that's clear, it's like 2021, undisputed. But Wilder, yeah, he best of luck to him. I mean, he can still entertain. He's not gonna be, champ, but you can still entertain. You can get in there with people buy that shit. Him and Charles Martin, demigod shit. That shit is sell.
You think that'll be a good pay-per-view?
It's all about money to them anyway. Hell yeah. All you got to do is put his little space suit back on, and homie Charles Martin just, do his thing, and they can promote it real good. Wilder can try to intimidate him in the press conference, and Charles Martin can say, "I walk this earth like a god," and yeah, it'll make some money. They'll still support him. People love Wilder, so. But this is on some big champ shit with AJ and Fury, so he got his lane. He got to just understand, bro. Like, just
let me ask you something, Black.
Can make another belt for him.
Let me ask you something. You think these people really support Wilder, or they just like talking about? Because Deontay Wilder, really and truly, other than Tyson Fury, they didn't dare put this man on pay-per-view. Why is that? If he has so much love, as y'all say.
I mean, they had to move him like a baby, right? They say he was still baby steps.
Right. Okay.
Can't just jump to pay-per-view. He got to work his way up there. So, I mean, Fury. I mean, who else? He fought Ortiz on pay-per-view, right? I didn't buy that shit.
The second fight, yeah, and that shit did nothing.
Did nothing, right? I didn't even check for the numbers or nothing. I was like, damn, this nigga putting this shit on pay-per-view.
They never released it.
Luis Ortiz got the Errol Spence haircut. I was like, oh, hell no, this shit ain't gonna be good at all. So, hey, Sport Advantage.
Yo, what's up, man?
Grand Rising, how you feel, bro?
Man, feels good, man. Get to wake up, talk about Undisputed, talk about the biggest fight to come. I think everybody can agree in saying that we are pretty excited about this.
So, Sporting, if the WBO, is on board, the Wilder mediation situation with Fury, that's out of there, that's finished. Is there anything else that can get in the way and block this from happening? There
better not be, because even if the WBO gets in the way, I mean, us as a fan base, we should just start boycotting them, because this needs to happen.
I mean, we've been waiting on this for years, and like I said, I wanted Undisputed when Wilder was talking about it, but then, like I said, he switched up. So they tell you how long we've been waiting for this Undisputed matchup.
Yeah, man, this has been a long time waiting. A lot of different names have been thrown in that pot too, waiting on this.
Exactly. And what was so crazy? It almost could have been Undisputed with Wilder versus Ruiz. Remember that?
Right. Yep. It could have happened.
It was almost a PBC Undisputed heavyweight matchup.
Black.
Wilder, they had all the belts at one time. I was like, God damn, look at this shit.
Yeah. Could you imagine going from one to having all on your side and to having none, nigga?
Quick fast though.
Wow.
That shit went quick fast. It just took. You can't, man. I told you on your live stream, I called it cut different, bro. They cut different out there, bro.
Well, Wilder, remember Wilder was like, yeah, man, we're gonna do the fight, we're gonna do this, we're gonna be undisputed, all that. And as soon as Joshua won again, yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh, this dude.
Right. Heck yeah, bro. And I'm sitting back here like, dog. Salami on my, like, this is bullshit, bro. And then I look at it like you representing not just the culture, you represent the country, bro. You out here backing down to this dude from the UK. Oh man, you know, it's about the money, baby. All right, bro. Damn. And I started looking around like anybody else left that we can that could do it for us. And then we started talking about Charles Martin, Michael Hunters. I'm like, man, we finished.
But
So
Black, let me ask you this: you don't think he can get a belt back with it being 4 belts?
I discussed
what
that
you mean?
yesterday in the live.
Like because it is a lot of belts out there, and usually when somebody has 4 belts, they get to the point where, okay, I already proved that I'm undisputed, so now I don't feel like playing the sanctioning fees, especially with Tyson Fury. We know he never really defends his belt too much, and he might mess around and retire. You know, he felt like, okay, I beat Klitschko, Wilder, and AJ. I'm the best. I want to be undefeated, and he gives up the belts, and then there you go. Because say what you want about Wilder, he does generate money. And from a U.S. pay-per-view, Wilder versus AJ and worldwide, probably if that was undisputed, that probably would have done better than Tyson Fury versus AJ, to be honest with you.
At the time when it was hot, it probably could have. But the marination shit.
I also think that Jalik, that whoever wins this undisputed, I think they're going to be gradually, you know, kind of weaning out of their career. Like they're not like if you win undisputed, for example, like you are the man, and then from there it's like even if it's, you know, Fury, you say you have some doubt about him, you know, continuing his career and retiring. Well, I think the same for AJ too. You know, he may have a couple of, you know, smaller name fights or whatnot after that, but you know, there. I mean, what is there, you know, left to accomplish for him?
He said 5
mean, yeah.
years, so I don't know. Is he going to do
It's
5
like,
years? But yeah, who knows?
I agree with you, Sporting. Like he already filthy rich. You feel me? And then you just look at his resume, who he beat, and then he, you know, to go out and in the biggest fight and knock off the next best guy who was from the UK. Like, what else do you got to prove, bro? Right?
But in my opinion, I think Lennox Lewis is up there, probably all-time great number 2 heavyweight. He's from the UK, so Anthony Joshua, based on his resume now, and imagine him beating Fury, become undisputed, and then also beating the former undisputed Usyk. That's big, and then also still beating Wilder, because one loss don't make you a loser. So that's some big time
It
stuff.
can make you a sore loser, though. You got to get beyond that, though. Shit.
Yeah, Wilder got to rebuild his brand and his name up. You know what I mean? With the
Real.
I don't know. With the is the mediation over with, or they still, what's going on with it? Is it over, or they
Man,
going?
you can, you know, I'm gonna just go ahead and say that, you know, you can just forget about it, man. We can move on from that. I think
Yeah,
that
from that.
the way that they entertaining this Charles Martin fight on pay-per-view, everybody, they've already moved on from it.
On pay-per-view? Wow.
Yeah, also that report that Iron Kong brought up yesterday from SI, like, you know, going back on Shelley's words, man, that's, you know, that doesn't sound like a confident promoter or anybody that's working to get anything done as far as a fight.
What about the Shelley thing? Because, you know, I didn't even get into that because I didn't know if that was real or not.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, go ahead, Iron.
It was a quote from Shelley. He was an interview he did with Mannix, and Mannix asked him, "So what exactly are you after?" Shelley was like, "Yeah, man, we after whatever we can get, you know. But if we can't get the fight, we just gotta, you know, Wilder has to get active." You know what's crazy? I remember when Wilder got beat up, right? Black. We were saying, you know, me, you, pretty much everybody on this platform was saying Wilder should just take step aside money.
Mm-hmm.
Arab will talk to Kubrat Pulev and let Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fight. He can work some shit out within himself and get back into the ring and fight the winner, right? And people was tripping like, nah, man, you know what I mean? He shouldn't take step aside. They owe this man a fight and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And we were saying take step aside. Now come to find out that they're not even trying to get the third fight. They're trying to get some money. You know what I'm saying? Which is step aside money. That's all it is.
Hey, Con, what makes you say?
Bro,
I'm trying to figure that out. What makes you think they just want the money and not want to fight?
Because Tyson Fury already said he not going, so they can't force him back into the ring with Wilder. You got Shelley Finkel out here, no relying on. Let me get the report because I want to make sure I'm saying correctly. Shelley Finkel knows saying that Wilder gave Tyson Fury 2 shots and the moral thing to do is to give Wilder a shot. I'm like, you relying on morals now? That means you don't have no legal leg to stand on. You relying on emotions now. Okay? Like you trying to shame this man. You trying to shame a cokehead. What?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know the full details of it.
You're like, man, you was a fat ass cokehead. You was a cokehead. You was an obese, and I gave you opportunity to come back. You gonna beat my ass and leave like that?
But we're not talking bad about you.
It's like if you got a contract for the third fight, why his team even let it get to the point where it's not there? It should have been handled way months before. I'm like, that's like, I don't understand that. Like, it's like they
Jalik Wilder, like, man, I thought we was brothers, man. Let's get another shot.
I read somewhere about like, you know, the Wilder's team being kind of disgruntled with Shelley about it because they said something along the lines as it was maybe forgotten about as far as like the date. And that's why, you know, they're in this turmoil right now. But regardless, what Iron Kong was just saying, the reason that nobody's expecting, you know, the fight to happen is because nothing's in the, you know, the lawsuit itself about the fight. It's just about money. It's not about, you know, ruling on a fight to happen.
Now, let me see. So AJ, I remember with some things set up. It was AJ versus Ruiz. Remember, Ruiz was going back and forth saying he wanted money. Now, if Ruiz was like, I'm not going to fight you, what would have happened if he didn't fight? AJ can take him to court, right?
That's right.
So is that the same thing that Wilder's doing?
No, Wilder's team fell asleep. Eddie Hearn didn't fall asleep.
Yeah, it's about the dates. Like, for instance, AJ didn't let his contract expire.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know why your team would let you. I don't.
They didn't want to fight, bro.
And one thing that's crazy too, I don't understand.
He wasn't ready.
I don't understand why. Going back to the first fight, you supposed to have a rematch clause either for a loss or a draw. So he allowed Tyson Fury to take 2 fights. So they failed him that time. Like, you're supposed to have a rematch clause on a draw. So he allowed Tyson Fury to delay it and sign with Top Rank instead of going right into the media rematch. So that's another mistake that the Fury Wilder team made on that. That was they slipped on that, bro.
Yeah. And one thing that I will bring up,
you dropped it too. Okay, yeah, I shared the link that you had dropped in the private chat, Iron Kong. But I see you dropped the link again too. No doubt. Shout out to you, man, for that link.
Yeah, good shit, Iron Kong. But Jalik, what you were just saying about like you know, possibly something getting in the way or something happening. Now I do hear, you know, Mauricio coming out and saying that you know, he's not gonna I guess pretty much acknowledge it as a WBC fight, or I don't know the exact details, but they're talking about, I guess, stripping Fury if he does take the fight, and this is going to get right back into the whole, you know, Haney and Teofimo thing about do we acknowledge undisputed if that does happen.
Oh man, it's weird. It's a lot of stuff going on between.
Now Mauricio, now that everything the WBO cleared they path, WBC like, well, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay. Because every time it's undisputed, these We Bout Cash motherfuckers come around and try to fuck it.
We Bout Cash.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
every fucking time it's undisputed on the line. Let me just take the belt off the line. You're a big franchise. Go ahead. And we'll make this undisputed. Matter of fact, we'll send you the certificate after the fight. Fuck ass.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think. What's up, John Bros? Yeah, it's kind of weird what's going on behind the scenes. It's a lot of finagling and posturing, and because you know they all friends between certain organizations. It's kind of weird, bro. I mean, if they're gonna fight, just let it be for undisputed, bro.
Man, it almost make it like you. It's like, fuck it, man. Just go back to the 3 belt.
Exactly.
Fuck the WBC with the stupid shit, because they always want to mess it up. So if WBO and IBF and WBA can be on board for undisputed unified, let's go back to the 3. That's how it started off anyway. Fuck
exactly. WBC. That's how I'm. Man, it's kind of weird.
All right, so me and Iron Kong have AJ in 6. I think Jalik's still betting on Wilder to get it. What about you, Black?
My bad, bro. Go ahead.
I was just saying, who you picking, Fury or AJ?
I'm gonna go with the Libra game. I'm going AJ, man. Tough fight though.
Okay,
I'm going with AJ. Though.
When is the fight supposed to be? Like in the summer? Maybe
This
June,
year.
maybe?
That's what I heard last was, summer of 2021. And,
Yeah.
you know, the location's been talked about longer than the fight's actually been made. And I think everybody's kind of in agreement it's going to happen somewhere in Saudi Arabia or, somewhere over there.
Okay.
They gotta do it in an area that gonna be good for the UK time, like UK prime time, and also good for like American. It'll be on like early in America and good at UK prime time, right? So they can't put it in a place where it's like, people you can't get pay-per-views off it in your local market. So like Ruiz Joshua 2 came on at what time in America?
I'm not sure, but the Warren Garcia and Luke Campbell fight is a good example because it's 5 hours ahead of the Eastern time. So 6 o'clock here would be 11 o'clock UK time. That's fair.
Right. So if it's in Saudi Arabia, it'll be good for UK time and still early enough in America that ESPN can sell some pay-per-views over there for it. You know what I mean?
I don't know what's the Saudi Arabia time. It's probably like an hour ahead of the UK. It's almost.
Hey, real quick to counter that Sport Advantage, AOBZ says, I listened to Mauricio interview yesterday. He said he's staying out of it and they respect the outcome of the arbitration.
So, well, that's good to hear then. Yeah, that's really good because I remember like a couple weeks ago he was kind of leaning towards the opposite. So hopefully that stands, and that's awesome to hear.
And I know WBC, y'all getting y'all money. Just like, man, y'all get on board, man. Don't mess up legacy, man. Don't mess up the tradition of boxing, and stop messing up this undisputed, man. Like,
don't mess it up no more.
Don't mess it up no more, man. You know what I mean? Let's make some progress. It's 2021. Goddamn. Anyway, he says, Mauricio said he will not order Fury to fight Wilder. That's for them two parties to settle. Yeah, stay out of it. Yeah, just stay out of their business. Wilder got blitzed out to 7 rounds, and that's it, man. That's it. He can fight Charles Martin. We'll still watch it. Some of us might pay for it or catch the playback, but this is undisputed.
Yeah, and even saying that, I mean, I don't. Even with Wilder not getting this Fury fight, this isn't the end of the road for him, man. Like you just said, any fight that he takes from now on, there's going to be a lot of eyes on him. And a lot of eyes that weren't beforehand just because they want to see the outcome of, this guy that was almost there. He was right in line, waited around for almost 2 years to make his move towards undisputed. But, Wilder's got a bright future ahead of, any fight he takes, really. But he definitely needs to get back into the ring and start knocking out people again.
Right. And you know what? Let me say this word of match because this is how I feel about it, man. Like, if that's the lane you want to go, cool. But don't pump fake the real boxers fans to make it like you want to be one face, one name, baddest man on the planet, and then you switch up. Because now we upset by the shit. Because we thought you was really going to push for this biggest fight. You know what I mean? So if that's what you want to do, you want to go in the lane and just fight on pay-per-view for the money, cool, man. That's cool. Go ahead and do that thing. Do that. And then the big champs is over here. We'll support them. And the people that want to support you, they go, there's a lane for that. But don't pump fake no more. Like, these guys keep coming in boxing. They act like, yeah, man, gonna take over division. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We're gonna take over. We're gonna get to the back of the line. All of this shit, right? Make it like they really want to be the baddest motherfucker. And then they change up. Then we upset by the shit. Like, bro, what happened, man? I thought we was pushed for undisputed. When we see these guys come in like that, it's like, cool, we got one dude that's trying to get all the belts, trying to knock off all the champs, and that's the big champ stuff that we like. Then they'll start it off, they'll get halfway through in the race, next thing you know, they get tired of some shit. I need some Gatorade, give me some water, and then wait and shit and marinate. You know what I mean? So they run out of gas on pursuit of undisputed, and then we get upset by it. So shout out to the ones that's really about that. And you know who's another one that's really about that? I need to drop the link again to this source. Virgil Ortiz because he said out his own mouth he wants all the belts. He said he's trying to put himself in position to get a title fight, and once he get his title, he want all the belts. I'm like, okay, see, this is how I see him. This is how it starts. They want to be the best. They want all the belts, right? Then we just be like, okay, cool, keep the same energy. That means that every champ is on your radar, right? And then we bring attention to it. We support them. We promote them. Then they get off track. You catch flame, homie. Flame and shame. Why you catch a flame and shame? Because you didn't keep the same energy, dog. Period. So go on to the Ryan Riri shit, Forrest Gump shit. Go on that lane.
Yeah, did you see that Ryan and Tank fight isn't really panning out like everybody said it was? But we all knew it was bullcrap and it wasn't going to happen.
BS, bro. Misdirection to get the attention off the Haney shit. We not stupid.
I think the fight stupid. And actually, I think the fight to get made, and actually, that's actually a smart technique that Ryan is using because he's increasing his value. He's making it like he has options, because the more options you got, the more money you can make. So the less options you got, then you're forced to almost take whatever offer they give you. So now Al Heyman and them is scratching their head like, what can we do? We don't want to lose this guy to Teofimo, and we don't want to lose this guy to Devin Haney. So it's actually a slick technique, and he's just using his leverage, which is, I'm sure that's gonna get him a couple.
The best technique would have been, like how some guys say, I'm gonna let my team handle that. I'm not the matchmaker, and line them up, and I'll knock them down. You can say some shit like that, but when you verbally call out somebody, right? Let's go, all of this energy. And then when it comes to the guy who really is right there, well, you can get a belt if you beat him right there, because you ain't getting that from Tank. You know what I'm saying? You're a 135 pounder. You know what I mean? So,
I saw the Tevin Farmer interview last night, and he still thinks Tank is an easy touch. So maybe that's in the plans for 2021. Who knows? Probably not, but it's a good thought.
Disappointed that Tank didn't even just handle that work. Like, y'all had so many damn face-to-faces and damn near fought in person. Like, but you can't put hands on him in the ring, bro, for the bag. Like, and at that time, he had a belt. Tevin Farmer had a belt and was calling out Gervonta Davis. I'm like, damn, this man don't even want to unify. Like, Floyd, Smotherby, who are y'all confident that he can beat? Let us know. We need the list, the PBC list. They always got a list on the PBC side. Like, I got a whole list. God damn. The fucker's got like 3 or 4 people in line. You got to ask him, like, well, man, can I be number 5, please? Because I want to fight you. You got to get to the number 6 spot. Like, damn, dog.
Who y'all think Ryan Garcia going to fight if the Tank fight don't happen? Linares or?
Yeah, probably Linares. Probably Tank, Gary Russell Jr.
It won't be Devin.
Ryan Linares.
It won't be Devin for the belt. That's what I know. It will be Devin. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. If he don't fight Tank, who is it going to be? Because, I mean, fighting Linares, you put yourself at risk for really no gain, I guess, experience. But I don't know. Linares ain't going to prepare you for the other fighters, so I don't know why they would do that.
Black, I asked you already on my stream, if you don't fight Tank and then he don't fight Devin, is it a duck? And people was like, man, if they fight, people were waffling and he fighting Linares, it's not really a duck. We said the fight versus Tank is not going to happen. Who didn't know the fight wasn't? Of course, it's not going to happen. Everybody knows it's not going to happen.
I think
people say, yeah, man, it's going to happen. You know what I mean? It's going to be a big fight. And it was like,
bro.
Yeah, okay.
He did all of that shit on Mike Tyson's podcast and yelling through the phone, screaming through the phone, throwing punches and shit.
Yeah. You said we gonna fight? Yeah, please. We know it's not. Y'all not gonna fight. You just ducking Devin Haney.
That's it, dog. That's it, bro. We know we've seen this before, but it is what it is, dog.
A lot of people got Tank rated higher than Devin Haney. So break that down, how that's a duck if a lot of people got Tank being better than Devin Haney with more experience and more.
So like Iron Kong just said, is he going to fight Tank next?
I think so.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
So
Okay,
if he don't
cool.
fight Tank next, go ahead, Alcohol.
Okay, cool. If he don't fight Tank next, who should he fight?
I would say Devin Haney.
And if he don't fight Devin Haney, is it a duck?
If he don't fight Tank and then don't fight Devin Haney, I say it's a duck.
There
But
you
if
go.
he fight Tank, I don't think that's a duck, to be honest.
That's it. We're just gonna wait now. We're gonna wait. Wow.
Yeah.
That's it for me. That's it for me.
Do that, I could say that's a duck.
All right.
That's it for me.
We got no time, dog.
I see the narrative is that they asked him about Manny Pacquiao, whatever, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not going to reveal that." So people are like, maybe he's going to fight Manny Pacquiao. Listen, that would be the easiest plate of food Manny Pacquiao could eat. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Hold on. Say that again, Arcon. Ryan versus who?
They're trying to say that he might be fighting Manny Pacquiao. Bro.
Hey man, shout out to Aaron Cole, man, blessing us with the comedy this morning, man. God damn. Manny Pacquiao now, huh?
Hey, that's what they're saying. So I'm like, okay, so Manny Pacquiao's in this? So you're telling me it's no, it's Manny Pacquiao. All these people, except
Bro.
the easy work, Devin, you're telling me
Easy work, dude.
Oscar De La Hoya is going to put his top prize prospect in a ring with Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, right, dog. Y'all gotta wake the hell up, dog. Yeah, that shit is stupid.
Clout. Yeah, that's clout.
Yeah,
right?
that's the funniest part about it is, since this Campbell win, he has now called out Conor McGregor, Tank, Manny Pacquiao, who's that boxer who knocked out Jake Paul. So yeah, that's the only reason I don't buy into any of that crap right now is because we've heard 4 different guys, in a matter of what, like a couple weeks now.
Yeah. I'm looking at this comment right here. Go ahead and repeat that. My bad, because I got sidetracked looking at this comment. Swarton.
Okay, I was just saying that Ryan has now called out like 4 different people, in a matter of weeks since he's beat Campbell. So that's the only reason I don't put too many eggs in the Tank basket.
So, and as you just said right there with the Tank thing, like, so let me see. LTBA says I agree, Jalik. Tank better than Haney.
Not at one
people say that.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people is saying that, so that's why.
That's opinion, right? Like,
yeah, but
you can say that, but like, it's just crazy when you talk about Haney versus Tank. Nobody don't even want to give it no energy though. How about like, okay, he better than him. Y'all know Haney want to fight Tank, but what about Tank fighting him? You know what they're gonna say? Oh man, he ain't fought nobody.
Yeah, I want to see them all get in there, even if they lose. It's all on fight each other. That's what I want to see. Be honest with you, I don't care if they lose. I still watch it as long as they put up a fight and don't be doing PEDs and Yo, hey, CBA, let me say something to you, bro. Stop being the mute king, bro. I've been chasing you. Like, you muted me the other day on your channel, bro. Listen, man, hey, Black Horseman, set that up. Me and TBI, he was running.
No. Hey, it ain't never that on the Arcode. You gotta tell them on the last episode of the Realest Boxing Talk podcast, it was Tony Reviews and Haplo. You ain't gotta set shit up. The smoke is already. When I kick off the live, nigga, the stove already lit.
He mute you and he act totally different when he do the host. And I'm glad to see him starting hosting now on StreamYard. I goes to his thing, he start muting me. I agree with him. He let me talk. But as soon as
IOTBA, you mute and delete.
Black don't do that. If you disagree with him, he lets you talk. TBA, you start disagreeing when he start muting.
Wait, say that again, Jalik. Say that again. So people that's on the outside the bushes know.
I'm agreeing with him with Terrence Crawford, right? And then I bring up something with Tank and Ryan, something it was, and then he start muting me. I'm like, what's up with this guy?
Ooh, TBA.
Hey, well, Jalik, maybe look, Jalik, real quick. Let me be honest with you. For the record, Jalik, you do have a lot more hosting experience than our TBA.
Okay.
Probably when it comes to YouTube. So you gotta kind of be. You have to kind of adjust to the way people do it, and he only been doing StreamYard for what, a month?
That's what I gave him a benefit of that. I said maybe that's
maybe it was that. Like he trying to figure out how to do it.
I was like,
you've been doing it longer than him when it comes to StreamYard. and hosting. You know what I mean? It's different level.
That boy he was talking crazy though. I wish him the best though. RTBA cool. But listen, bro, you know RTBA, bro. Come on, man.
Damn, he wants to smoke. All right, RTBA must be busy though. Tank is 130 pounds, not 135. Right. Thank you, Layden. Thanks for everybody that's focused and know that he's the little champ at 35 and he's the real champ at 130. He's the big little champ at 130 and the little champ at 35.
IOTV, that man said you were a mute bully, bro. So on the UGC, you know what I'm saying? You're not in control of the mute button. So if you got something to say, Jalik, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe that guy. I can't believe IOTV, the man who don't duck no smoke, using the mute button.
You had to mute somebody? I don't think I ever had to do no shit like
he
that.
He kept muting me over. I'm like, why is he muting me? I was agreeing with him. He was letting me talk just to win. So he needed me for his validation. But as soon as I agree with him, it's a totally different ballgame. I exposed it. I exposed him again on the debate. He better come with it. I ain't playing with him.
Jalik, but the streets are talking though, man, and they're saying that you're pulling like a Ryan Garcia and IOTBA's Tank, man. I don't know.
Nah, that's basically what listen to it. It's a couple
direction promotion.
It's a good learning experience for him though.
Hey Ryan, that's a good point, man. Shout out to the realest ones in here, man. Right, they hate on Henny resume, but nobody want to be on his resume and have an L on there. It's like, right, why not just get this dude on your resume? So you be like, you know what? I gave him his first loss. Me, that's who.
Yeah, he the trash guy. So you know, this is light work. He trash.
Right. I don't want to take out the trash, man. Somebody else get the trash, dude. Take him out.
Yeah.
Actually, what's up, bro? He said Tank better than Haney, and Tank last 5 opponents were all dudes moving up in weight. No one naturally his side. I mean, that's how I'm looking at it. Like, huh? How can we literally off the just say he better than Haney, right? And I mean, I get it. He's you can say if you want to do a pound for pound list or as far as accomplishments, yeah, Tank is accomplished more. But if they was actually gonna fight, like if I'm looking at it, like it's shit.
But you see,
say off top, like he just better than Haney.
But you see, Black, this is the mastery of Leonard Ellaby in him. If I say he's a star enough, if I move up enough small people for Tank to brutalize, people are gonna just say, oh, Tank this and Tank that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, what Leonard Ellaby and Floyd been doing is good business. They've done right by Tank because they've given Tank an illusion. It's the same thing they did with Deontay Wilder. Give him enough goddamn bin men, as the UK people would say. Give him enough trash collectors for him to knock out, and people gonna just be like, this dude is bad. This guy is, he has all these title defenses. Tank, on the other hand, you just bring up these Abner Morris so he can knock Abner Morris' eye out, and all these people, and all of a sudden, Tank is this killer. He ain't knocking who Tank knock out at 135? Who?
Gamboa? Gamboa, that's it. Gamboa.
Yeah, it was round 12.
Gamboa with the gimp leg, and you struggle with him, right? Okay, cool. But since that Tank ain't on that 135 for people like, oh, Tank is one of the big 135ers. Tank ain't doing nothing at 135.
But he not Gamboa on Devin Haney with the decision. I'm just saying how the public be thinking.
I'm telling you like this now, dog. I want all the Devin Haney smoke. I'm so tired of the
I think Devin Haney is the toughest.
I'm letting it be known. Any motherfucker listening to this, I want all of the Devin Haney smoke. Y'all gonna let off this nigga. Look, Lomachenko ducting. Tank don't want the smoke. Ryan don't want the smoke. Teofimo double talking, triple talking. Shout out to Jalik for starting that on YouTube. That double talking shit. Teofimo doing that with Devin Haney. Y'all, hey, I want that smoke, dog. Straight up.
Hey, Black, I'm thinking how the fans think. I think the same way as Devin Haney.
I'm thinking for the boxing, bro.
No, I'm just saying.
Real boxing talk.
I got Devin Haney beating all of them at 135.
Oh, okay.
Can be all of them. I'm just saying that's how the fans think, and that's how they just talk in the public because they look at power. I think, and to be honest with you, from a stylistic standpoint, I think Ryan has a better chance of beating Tank. So if they can make more money fighting Tank,
I agree.
Damn well they gonna do that, bro. That's just
I agree. I think he has a better chance of beating Tank. That's why he want that fight.
so.
That's why he want to go that route instead of that Devin.
He did say he wanted Haney. He did say it. He didn't do what Errol Spence did. He said, I want Haney. I want this guy first, tier female, and then him last. He did say that. So he didn't lie. He didn't straight like, you know. So I give him actually credit for having some sense of honesty about it.
Hey, Layden, he jumped on the channel one time using somebody else's avatar, and I didn't even mute him. Matter of fact, he made a fool out of himself and jumped off. And then we roasted the shit out of him. We just let him talk. H Money. He said the only man that needs muting is H Money. Hell no, I didn't even mute him. Oh. He just jumped on, disguised as somebody else, and then made a fool out of himself, and then jumped off.
Like, hey. That man said you were mute.
Thank you for the content.
ITBA, I mean, I respect you, Bregin. I respect you, ITBA, for real. But you gotta answer these charges. You gotta answer these charges.
It's on tape, bro. It's on tape. It was early in the morning. I think it was like 2-3 days.
He said he got receipts, bro.
Exactly. I can't mess with ITBA, bro. I can't go to his channel. I was like, bro, I thought it was cool, all love. I'm like,
hey, Jalik, he Errol Spencer you, bro. He said, man, you ain't getting a shot. Back of the line. Get it back of the line.
He probably out there with he probably got his horses ready.
He basically, look, his own comment. Jalik, no chance you will ever get a shot. Like, damn, that's like some Errol Spence. That's that Dallas shit, nigga. Damn.
Shit.
That 214 shit. No, I'm joking.
On that land and shit. They probably out there with the wild boars and all that shit.
I'm trying to instigate this shit.
He got all that hunting and shit.
Old times, right? Jalik and LTB. They used to get it in. I ain't gonna lie. They used to get it in. Layden says Haney gets paid more than all of them, but they say he fights no one. This man, look, this is why I respected Haney. They showed a little piece of his interview with Mike Tyson, and he said, look, man, I'm already making great money. I just want all the belts. I'm like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, he not worried about money. He worried about his legacy. He worried about getting them belts. He worried about being recognized as the best in his division. Why am I not gonna support that?
Yeah, Haney, man.
Like, come on, bro.
Haney,
like I say, and he getting his bread. He's his own promoter. He's still young.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you young, you getting paid, and you want all the smoke. That's some AJ type shit. You know what I mean? He ain't got AJ's accomplishments, but AJ rich than the motherfucker, but still want to be undisputed.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Tyson too, man. Getting all these I said shout out to Mike Tyson too, man. He's getting all these fighters on his podcast, and he's actually starting to shed light on, you know, a few of the inner details that you don't get to really hear about. And Actual Facts actually said it the other day about you know, Mike Tyson could possibly be, you know, a future promoter for some of these guys, and that's true, man. It seems like everybody likes him.
That's smart. That's smart, man. Hopefully these guys can fight. It's just I think we all naturally lose confidence in the fight because we know how that should be. So it's like it's kind of hard to even believe the fights is gonna happen because they always let us down. It's crazy. It's weird, bro. I don't know.
If Haney is trash, why they wouldn't? Hey, IOTBA, cool, bro. Like, man, he says T.O. the dog at 35. We know that. T.O. is the guy at 35. He the top dog right now. We know that. But
paper.
All we've been simply saying is unfinished business. You got one, and think about it, IOTBA. See, because y'all dudes be letting these fighters off the hook. Remember all that shit he was talking when he was pumping iron and during the pandemic, and he still had a fight schedule with Loma, and he was talking about, we reached out to Haney. He's a bitch. Well, let's just show us, man. Show us. Remember you said he was a bitch and he don't want to fight you? So if Devin is saying, look, bro, I want to fight you. You know, I'm the real WBC champ. You the knockoff champ, homie. So come get this real belt. Then y'all gonna say, oh, man, he the dog. Devin Haney ain't fought nobody. That's your response? Nah, yeah. You're going to get up here and debate me or Jalik. One of the two.
Because Black Horse, remember when Tarver knocked out Roy Jones? He knocked him out, right?
Yeah, you know what? IOTBA is about to whoop Jalik for that comment right there.
He knocked out Roy Jones. Check this out. And he was on top of the world, but his next fight, he lost.
Hey, dog, look, Jalik, you just crossed the line with that Roy Jones.
I just was
using this man grows a lumberjack beard, and all of a sudden he's going.
Sport advantage is a dedicated. Hey, listen, Jalik, let me let you know, man. Sport advantage is a dedicated Roy Jones fanboy. You cannot disrespect Roy I'm joking. Go ahead.
I would just use an example how just because you beat a guy, and that'll make you automatically on top. It's actually harder to regain your championships. Tarver lost he beat him the second time, knocked him out, and then his next fight he lost to Glenn Johnson. Glenn Johnson won Fighter of the Year that year in 2004. So just because he beat Lomachenko, that doesn't mean he's on necessarily top of the world. He still has to beat Devin Haney, and there's other guys out there for him to beat. So I mean, that one big victory doesn't mean that he's gonna beat all these other guys. Boxing don't work like that. Styles make fights, bro. So it doesn't work that way, bro.
Yeah, I agree, man. That's a good point, and it kind of goes back to what that Ruiz topic earlier. Had Ruiz been the undisputed, or been the guy with all the belts, would have everybody kind of considered him worthy of the undisputed match? And I think the answer to that would have been no.
Free Charles D, man. Shout out to my nigga, probably catching the playback. Shout out to my nigga. Be out soon. Jalik, shut up, crybaby. All right, man. You crying in the chat though, Al. I gotta keep it a stack.
Man, TBA, you're not gonna call Jalik all kinds of tune-up, and you're not gonna face that much neutral.
Yeah, man. You know how we do on this side, dog. You can't be all extra He-Man Hulk Warrior in the chat, dog. You can't do it over here. You gotta flame up.
We're not gonna fight in America. We're not gonna fight in the UK. We're gonna fight in Saudi Arabia. We're gonna fight in neutral grounds. Don't do like Andy Ruiz, like, nah, we're not going to no Saudi Arabia. We're gonna fight in America and all that. All right, we going on neutral grounds. So we want Jalik versus Iotba in a moderated debate.
Hey, look, they defended Jalik. Toby just said Jalik never ran from YouTube. You probably still had him on mute.
Because Tobe, I believe he was actually on there, so he's seen exactly what happened, man. He's seen it. You know what I mean? It's all good though, man. Everybody got an off day. That was his off day. He was tired or something. He probably, he ain't have his right strand. It is all good, bro.
Oh, okay, ITV, you busy. My bad, ITV. You busy. My bad, bro. Maybe you have
at least you got more energy than the fighters you defend, man. Shit, I give it to you. You free smoke. Some of the niggas you defend, they ain't, it's all good.
Hey, Black, maybe IOTV helping Errol Spence on a ranch, right? So,
you busy.
Hey, I'm gone, man. Have a nice day. Peace.
All right, man. All right, fam.
Peace.
You out there picking his carrots. Oh shit, man. Shout out to IO, man. 214 to cross the pond. But speaking of cross the pond gonna give us that undisputed work.
Yeah, that fight is gonna be that'll be big for boxing, If it happens, I hope so, man. Hopefully it happens, man.
Hey, you know what? And when it happens, I'm gonna have Sporting Advantage do the live commentary. Andrew gonna be co-commentator.
You good at
but
that?
He might do it on his channel, so hopefully they give him his rights back. But either way, that'll be a blessing.
Oh, you can't go. Oh, wow. Okay.
Either way.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to end up happening.
I
still have yet to respond or anything. So, I'll just be doing it on Blacks from here on out, and then just like upload little stat videos to my channel or whatever.
However he want to do it, but he always welcome to do it on my platform, man. See, one thing about me, I know talent. The man got that commentary.
Yeah, he natural. You sound like you went to school for it, Jordan. The real talk.
Yep.
Like a real.
You gotta know.
Like shit.
Yeah, just listening to Roy Jones Jr., man. That guy you just talked about.
Now, Roy Jones, I think he might have had
the best.
What's that thing, Black, called when you leave a company, you're not allowed to work for another company for like a year or two? What's that called again? A non-competing clause? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so maybe he might have had that with his HBO contract because they need to hire him because he nice.
Yeah, I don't know what's up, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
You know what it is though? You know what it do? They try to mute the real shit though.
Yeah,
it's real, bro.
Yeah.
When he out there commentating, he was saying some things sometimes that had Lampley and them guys kind of side looking at him like.
Yeah, that's true.
It just depends on. That's why it's about chemistry. Like you can have a group of people that's speaking on something. Like I don't really too much agree with ESPN chemistry. You know what I mean? Like you got Ward, you got Bradley, then you got the other two guys. It seems like chemistry is not all there, but you gotta work. You gotta be build a team of you know what I'm saying, together a chemistry to where it's good work. But Roy, he too real for a lot of people that he been teamed up with, to me.
Yeah, they need to bring him the zone. Somebody need to bring him, because I get to the point where I can't even watch the fights with the commentating on Uppy.
Right. That's why I said we have sporting on this shit, because like you need somebody who ain't out here with no narrative, who not gonna allow their emotions and bias to get in the way when they speaking on whatever they speaking on. Because when I'm listening to this commentary, a lot of these people, you can tell what side they on based on how they commentating the shit, right?
Somebody made a good point and said you can tell if a person.
Oh, look, hold up. I think Errol Spence gave Io a break.
And he gave him a
Ain't this a bitch? Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold the fuck up.
I'll let you go.
Let's get ready to
Hold up. Shout out to the UGC, the underground community. If y'all don't know, it's your boy, Mr. 214, Senor Dos Uno Cuarto. Senor Dos Catorce, Mr. Undeniable, Mr. D Boys Can't Touch Me. On my words, they shout out to Black, the original Don Dada of the UGC. Shout out to the chat and shout out to the panel. Now, hold the fuck up. Hold up. Y'all, you niggas on here so disrespectful.
We good at what we do, though.
You niggas on here talking about all TBA. When have all TBA ran from any smoke?
Never.
I tried to tell him.
Never. So look, this is the thing right here with Jalik. I don't understand Jalik. It's like Jalik is like a little kid, right? If you give them an inch, they gonna take a mile, right? So this is where it went at, Black. This nigga came on there talking about, oh, Ron Garcia and Tank. That's gonna be a bigger fight than Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford.
Oh wow.
I muted this bitch ass. I'm like, man, bro, hear that shit.
Because that didn't fit your narrative. That is
No, bro. Listen, hold up, Jalik. Shut up. You get your chance to talk.
Go ahead.
Shut up. See, this is the thing right here. It's like I don't want to. Like, what am I gonna debate over? He wanted to debate over that, Black. He wanted to debate that Ryan Garcia and Tank was a bigger fight than Earl Spence and Terrence. What am I gonna debate a nigga about that for, bro? Ain't that the stupidest shit ever, God? Like, nigga, we gonna debate about something. We can debate about something, but you want to debate about me talking about Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis is a bigger fight than Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. I have to mute this nigga.
Okay.
You said that, Jalik?
Hey,
Black, did that deserve a mute or not?
I don't think it deserved a mute, but you know.
It was a shit.
I would have probably kicked his ass off the whole live stream.
I said, though,
no, I'm joking.
He be fogging. He not telling you the real. Listen. I said the Earl Spence and Bud fight is getting played out. And to be honest with you, I believe that Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia does more pay-per-views. Now, from a legacy standpoint, the Earl and Bud fight is there, but isn't it getting played out to you? And Mr. ILTBA, that's all you talking about, because I know you can't beat me because that's all you talk about is Earl versus Bud. So
okay, that's great. No.
See there?
Okay,
I must say,
bro.
I ain't debating you, bro. What you talking about? See, there you go. You see how Jalik tried to do? He tried to switch it up. That's all I talk about.
It's not a debate.
Fuck all I talk about. You the one talking about. The Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford ain't played out. Niggas still talking about that. So don't do that. Hold on, it's played out in your opinion.
It's getting, that was 2018. In 2000,
I'll be real. I'm gonna give my opinion too on it. It is kind of getting watered. The fight between Errol Spence and Bud, in my opinion, it is starting to get, it's starting to lose its steam that it had. It's not hot like it used to be.
I wasn't saying.
Okay, but Black, let me ask you this, Black. Will Ryan Garcia and Tank be bigger than Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford?
Yes.
Are we talking about,
pay-per-view?
Pay-per-view, yes, it will.
No, it won't, you dumbass. Like, come on, Jalik. I understand. Like, if
that's
they
how I
build,
look at it, man. I don't think that the Bud Crawford and Errol Spence fight is gonna happen, and I think it's more realistic that,
I don't either now.
So it's like, if I'm being realistic, I mean, the more realistic pay-per-view fight that could happen is Tank versus Ryan Garcia. The little champ.
I don't know, because yesterday, like y'all was stating earlier, didn't Ryan Garcia pump fake?
No, I'm not talking about like next fight or something, but I'm talking about like in the near future. it seems like that fight could happen more realistic than the Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford fight at this point.
But if the fight was to be announced, if they was to be made, who do more pay-per-views?
Yeah, I gotta go.
You got a question there, Black?
Earl and Bud.
I mean, that's just. I mean, like I didn't want to debate the nigga about that. That's what he wanted to debate me about. Who gonna do bigger numbers? Like, is that a boxing debate, or is that just a matter of opinion?
I mean, everything is opinion. Like, just you think.
But that ain't no debate, though. That ain't no real debate. That ain't no debate. Like, we talking about numbers. Who will do better numbers? We ain't talking about who will actually win the motherfucking fight, bro.
Right.
I mean, let me explain something to you, bro. Terrence Crawford is one of my favorites, but his ability to connect with the public and his mistrust of the public prevents him from selling more. We have to keep it 100. You got to see both sides.
But there is two people in that fight, though.
Yeah, I'm glad that you got your mistrust and misplaced. I'm glad you're using all them M words today. But see, the thing about it is, people always try to say, I hate when niggas try to blame Terrence Crawford for where he at right now. Yes, you will. You talking about he can't connect to the people. He can't do this and that. Well, hold up, motherfucker. It's a reason why he can't connect to the people. Because now one of them motherfucking welterweights over there want to fight him, bro. If Terrence Crawford fight a Clovis or fighting Kell Brook or fighting all these other niggas, ain't nobody gonna really give a fuck about that. But is it Terrence Crawford fault? Who he got to fight? See, niggas talking about Terrence Crawford can't appeal to the public. It's gonna be hard to appeal to the public if you can't get these right fights.
Can we all agree that Keith Thurman sells the fight better than Errol Spence and Crawford? Yes or no? Keith Thurman versus Pacquiao. Who was the one selling the fight when you got two people that's not really talking? Thurman was the one selling the fight, wasn't he? So now take Thurman.
No, I don't know.
Sorry, but Jalik.
Thurman was the
hold on.
Okay, go ahead, Jalik. My bad.
Go ahead, Jalik. Go ahead, finish.
Thurman was the one that was selling the fight. He had the personality to sell the fight better than Ryan Garcia knows how to sell the fight better than Errol Spence and Crawford. That's not the takeaway from Crawford. Crawford is one of my favorites. Before, way back when you was thinking Errol Spence was going to win, I've been had Crawford knocking him out. This ain't nothing new to me. But you have to look at certain things beyond just who you like, and this is just constructive criticism. His personality ain't in tune with like promoting. That's not who he is. He just want to get down to business. I've been done it.
So Errol Spence. All
right, hold on, real quick. Y'all don't talk over each other. So Jalik, you said what you said.
Earl Spence is quiet as well. He doesn't really sell as well. But then now you got Tank Davis. Tank Davis has a strong core fan base. Tank Davis is more exciting than Errol Spence. Tank Davis sells just as much as Errol Spence across the U.S. Tank Davis, all his fights except one was knockouts. He just had a knockout of the year. So you take a guy you got a guy in Tank Davis with a real big following. You got a guy in Ryan Garcia just had a one-punch knockout that already got the excitement there. Also, the fight been building up for years. It's been building up for years, probably around the same time or a little bit before Errol Spence was fighting Crawford, but nobody really gave Ryan Garcia the chance. So it's building up and it's building up and it's building up. So you can't take that away from Ryan Garcia. Now, who's going to win the fight? We're not sure. So that's why I said it does more pay-per-views on there. That doesn't take away from the significance of Errol Spence versus Crawford, because that's for possibly undisputed at 147 and big fights. I'm not saying that. I said more pay-per-views. So you not really spitting it. And
that's what I said. That's what I said.
All right, so Jalik, you rip. So let Io get his off, bro.
Hey, and that's what I said. That's what we was talking about, pay-per-views. This is the thing right here. You sit up here and talking about Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao. That's two big-time fighters. When you have Errol Spence versus Sean Porter, that's a big-time matchup. When you have a Keith Thurman versus a Danny Garcia, that's a big-time matchup, dumbass. So when you have Terrence Crawford versus Kaloskavas, when you have Terrence Crawford versus a Kell Brook who ain't been the same for years. Like, why is the public gonna want to appeal to that? But it's a reason why that people always forget that. People talking about Terrence Crawford need to do this, Terrence Crawford need to do that. How much more can Terrence Crawford do since he been in the welterweight since June 6, 2018? And then he want to sit up here and say, Ryan Garcia, that fight building up. Well, ain't that fight building up the same way this Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight first started building up? Now look at this fight now. And do this fight 3 years later look like it's just right around the corner from fighting? So when you try to use that example, I go back to Earl and Terrence Crawford. When their names started getting mentioned, it was the same thing. But you can't blame Terrence Crawford. Talking about he don't promote. You can't blame him because them guys at 147. See, what people don't understand, it takes two to tango, right? If you're a top fighter like Crawford, and you fighting guys who the public really don't know about, then where's the interest going to be? But if you put a Terrence Crawford in there against Keith Thurman, then talk to me. Put him in there against a Danny Garcia or Earl Spence or Sean Porter or the top guys like that. Then y'all could come talk to me. But when these guys not affording him the opportunity, it's crazy. It's like people punish Crawford. Like they punish him from dropping him on the pound-for-pound list or punish him, say, oh, he ain't did nothing, because people won't afford him the opportunity. What I'm trying to tell people, it's not Terrence Crawford's fault that he can't get the opportunity from these other guys. If this guy was standing on the side of Keith Thurman, that fight would do numbers. Earl Spence, same thing. But if you fighting guys who the public don't know, what type of numbers do you think it's going to do? It ain't Terrence Crawford's fault.
Earl Spence and Crawford is two good fighters. That's a very significant fight. But from a pay-per-view standpoint and a sales standpoint, it's just no comparison to Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. I'm telling you,
I'm not gonna say it's no comparison.
Ryan Garcia never been on pay-per-view. Stop it, bro. You going off of his Instagram followers, bro. You can't do that. Don't talk about no Instagram followers. That what you told me the other night, Jalik. He got 20 million Instagram followers. You didn't say that?
Listen, bro, you can't.
All right, hold on.
Truth, but it's the ILT. Just because I think, and it's crazy. I'm not blaming Earl. Everybody has strengths and weaknesses, right? So Crawford has strengths and he also has weaknesses. And inside the ring, his weakness inside the ring is not that many. His defense isn't the greatest. But other than that, he's my pound for pound number one. It's been that way for a minute. Now, outside the ring, it's certain things that he does that can also get him more money. I'm not punishing him. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but constructive criticism. If I was a consultant, Mr. ILTBA, and it was my job to show what he does good and show what he does bad and show his rooms for improvement, I would say that his public relations ability. Now, people love it when he get out there and talk on there, but he really doesn't do that as much. So when it comes to selling pay-per-views, you got to really go outside your comfort zone to do that. That's why Floyd Mayweather was able to sell. Fighters is able to sell. So with that being the case, when I look at the two fighters, like in this case, Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, he's mastering the art of public relations and selling the fight. He went on Mike Tyson. Now he got Mike Tyson involved. He got TMZ Sports. So he has these different things. Now also look at the fight from another marketing standpoint. We know how boxing is. They love to promote Mexican versus black, and they love to promote Mexican versus Puerto Rican. So that adds to the sales as well. Mr. ITBA, listen, Mr. Mute King, I'm trying to save you, bro. I can go harder in you because you just don't know. You just started StreamYard. I'm trying to help you out, bro. I know more, more about boxing.
What the fuck do we start StreamYard got to do? What do that got to do with
more about boxing than Earl Spence versus Bud? I will crush
you. That's cool. That's cool. Let me say this.
Learn more.
That's cool. All
right. Hold on. Let me answer that, Black. Hold on, Black.
Intermission real quick. Before you,
hold on. I got to answer that real quick, Black, because he talking about marketing and what Terrence Crawford ain't doing. Damn, how much better marketing if you Terrence Crawford can you do for this fight? When you first met Earl Spence, that nigga told you to go get a belt. You went and get a belt. Y'all met up in Oklahoma City. You had a belt. That nigga say, why would I fight you when I could take the easy way? I'm talking about this nigga showed up to Oklahoma, and they met up, to try to get it done. Now, this is the one thing I'm finna kill Jalik on when he talking about marketing and promoting. Now, Black, listen to this. like I want to say this. My condolences to everybody, right? Who going through this pandemic situation. Anybody who done lost some loved ones. My condolences to y'all. Terrence Crawford got a wife, and he got like 5 or 6 kids. And during a fucking pandemic, this nigga Jalik wanna tell me about marketing. This nigga Terrence Crawford came all the way down here to Dallas, sitting in a front row seat to get spit in the fucking face after the fight with Earl Spence. I'm not thinking about Terrence Crawford. How much fucking bigger marketing is that during a fucking pandemic? This dude want this fight so bad. He leave his wife and his kids at the house, and he come all the way down here to Dallas. And you telling me marketing? What other fucking marketing do Terrence Crawford need to do? Go ahead, Black.
Yeah, man. I was sitting back here eating chips. That's some good work. Hell yeah.
So
I'm just saying, like, when you talk about marketing, like Terrence Crawford, hold on, look, hey, Jalik, you make great points. I'm not sitting up here to try to disregard your points. I'm just trying to open your little bitty mind up so you can see where I'm coming from. Like, you talking about marketing. Terrence Crawford came down here during the fucking pandemic, brother.
And guess what?
Like, he left his wife and his kids at the house. He wants this fight so bad. He came all the way down here to my city, that 214. You hear me?
Guess
to
what?
Get spit in the face.
Earl Spence's people didn't want him to get on stage to and that prevented the fight from getting even more buzz. So now that takes away from it. And now guess what? As a fan, as a customer, we getting to the point like I'm tired of seeing it. When are we gonna be like how much building up does it have? It's getting done. And then now you got AJ versus Fury. That takes away the steam. That's for true undisputed. So nobody's gonna sit around and keep playing with these guys. No boxers is bigger than a sport, bro.
They say that
is bigger than a sport. So nobody, I'm not the only person. I hear every day, man. People is literally getting tired of the Earl Spence talk because it's like they not fighting. It's like Earl don't want to fight. You can't make him get off his ranch. He around there.
No, people ain't get tired of the talk. People get tired of Earl Spence making excuses. It's a difference.
Exactly.
Right.
Don't say people get tired of the fight. People get tired of Earl Spence making excuses.
This is why
that's why we upset, because we want the fight, but Earl keep making excuses.
We want the fight, but Earl Spence making excuses. Word that right, Jalik.
If it wasn't a big fight, it wouldn't even have this much a reaction.
We wouldn't even be talking about it, bro. We ain't talking about Ryan Garcia and Tank.
I spent so much. I don't know how much energy I just spent on just them two guys right there, because that's how big that fight is, man.
But hey,
huge fucking fight.
Imagine this, right? One guy want the fight, and another dude don't really want it. He don't really believe in himself. He act like he intimidated. It's almost like he getting bullied. Who really want to see that? And then you got younger guys coming up, and they want to fight. It's like it's getting to the point.
Okay, but hold on, Jalik. What you saying there? Look what Ryan just did to Tank Davis. Look what Ryan Garcia just did to.
Let him finish. Let him finish. Then you get your punches off.
Point where Earl Spence is almost getting bullied, and it's like I'm getting to the point where I'm feeling sorry for him. It's like he don't got. It's like he really scared of him. That's what I was trying to tell you. I was trying to tell you that 2 years ago, RTBA, but you didn't see it. You didn't believe me. Now it's coming to fruition. I've been telling you that. Bud Crawford is stopped, so it's not even getting to the point where it's like he a bully. Nobody want to see nobody get bullied. Now, Tank and Ryan Garcia got more pizzazz to it. It does more pay-per-views, but it's not a bigger fight significantly. That's just my opinion.
Okay, but look, when you talk about bully, that sounds stupid when somebody is a unified champion. You can't bully a unified champion. It's just the dude clearly ducking Terrence Crawford. But the thing, what you say about Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, what about Ryan Garcia? Look at the move he just pulled on Tank Davis. Remember him and Tank Davis was on. You just said yourself, he was talking through the phone. I'm more pretty than you. I'm gonna beat you. Had Mike Tyson jumping up and down. Now look at the shenanigans he just pulled a week later. Look what he do. Now he's saying he ain't fighting Tank. Hold up.
And ain't that the same? And he said the belts don't matter out here. Go ahead.
Hold on. Ain't that the same shit that ain't that going out? That Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford shit was going like already. Ron said, "Oh, he talked all this shit. I won't Tank. Fuck you, Devin. You ain't ready. Tiafimo. Everybody know what fight I want. I won't Tank." Now look at it, Jalik. Now look at this dude. You trying to say do more pay-per-view buys than Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. Then look how he's swindling after this fight just 1 week later. So when you say that to me about Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, you know, it totally deflects what you're trying to say about Ryan Garcia and Tank, because Ryan Garcia, he just pulled the first move. Like what happened with Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. And it's going to be an ongoing thing, bro. If you look at boxing, that's just what it is, big dog. So, like, but ain't no way you could tell me right now that Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia will be a bigger fight than Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford for the fact that this is a big time fight. When we look at Ryan Garcia and Tank, do we look at that as a big time fight? Do we? Do we really look at that as a big time fight, or do we look at that as just two young fighters who can get in there, you know, and get it on? When you look at the Earl Spence, and that's the difference between the fight. When you look at Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, you look at that as a big time fight.
I agree.
But when you look at
this,
go ahead.
Consider yourself a diehard boxing fan? Do you consider yourself a diehard?
Keep going, man.
No, I'm asking you. Do you consider yourself?
Man, keep going. You don't ask me questions while you're trying to make your point.
Everybody on this side is.
Okay, so you consider yourself a diehard boxing fan, but guess what? In order to get pay-per-views, what do you have to have? You have to have casuals that don't really understand the difference between a check left hook, a jab. And guess what Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis brings? Casuals. That's why you got to look at the outside of just mentality. It's not a lot of people, in order to transcend. Look at Floyd Mayweather. What did he do back before he was building up? He went on Dancing with the Stars. That's what you got to realize. It goes beyond just the diehard mentality.
Hold up. I think this when Mayweather was at one of his all-time heights. Jalik, stop that, bro. Now I understand what you're saying about
because you like, thinking as a diehard. You got to think.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that Ryan Garcia don't bring no marketability.
You threw the diehard in there, and you talked about what they need to do outside of boxing. So I just don't see how that really.
And I don't understand. Like what I'm saying is like marketability. Every fighter has to have marketability. Yeah. Like I understand that. Like, do Ryan Garcia got a little marketability to him? Yeah, he got a little marketability to him, but like you got to look at the fact that it's a lot of little kids, like a little kid who watching him. You think all them little kids' parents gonna pay for the pay-per-view fights if it happens? And look, Ryan Garcia, and let's be honest, you know, like Ryan Garcia, like he's a fighter who have a lot of young little girls who like him, right? That motherfucker gonna start having babies. He done broke a lot of young girls' hearts out there because they thought they was gonna be the one. You hear me?
But then
that takes away. Trust me.
Though. He just knocked out Luke Campbell, who went the distance with
I give Ryan Garcia credit for that, but this ain't got nothing to do with him beating Luke Campbell. You want to argue with me about Ryan Garcia and Tank being a bigger fight?
I stated my opinion. You the one that blocked me because I didn't agree with you. But when I was agreeing with you, you didn't block me. So
okay. So what happened? Hold up, Jalik. So what happened, Jalik? So hold up. Okay. So look, even though that did happen, I agree. I did mute you because you were saying some crazy things. Hold up. You were saying you was a reach, and I'm gonna just say that I did mute you. I said that. I ain't never say, oh, I didn't mute you. I muted you. I muted Jalik. I did that. Everybody know I muted you. But what I'm saying is, you made that argument. Then 1 week later, we talking now. Look at what happened now. Now Ryan Garcia, he done pulled away from the Tank fight, bro.
No, listen.
But see, that's what I'm saying, Jalik. Jalik, that's what I'm saying. You have to understand boxing and know boxing to see the different you know how it go. But look, 1 week later, you was just trying to argue me that'll be a bigger fight. Now look at what Ryan did. He pulled out. And am I mad at Ryan? Hell no. I ain't mad at Ryan Garcia for pulling out that Tank fight. You know what? Because Tank getting the taste of his own medicine, fam. Straight up.
I went back to the Twitter, right? Like, so 2 days ago, they was like, the fight is there. And then Tank said, what are you talking about? I didn't know. So it sounded like they're in negotiations. Now on Jalen Rose and Jacoby's show, they asked him about it. He said it sounded like he was.
Can I interrupt you real quick? You
Yeah.
said it sounded like they in negotiation, but Tank don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, that's what it's. That's what it's. It sound. If you just got to
But
go.
I'm saying you made that assessment from Tank saying he didn't know about it. That you think they in negotiation?
No, it's more to it than that. So it's if you follow their Twitter, he's first of all.
Tank put on there. Tell me, you know something I must don't know. Tank didn't know shit.
Look.
Hey, you know what's crazy? When Ron Garcia made that statement, he wasn't even fucking probably talking about Tank. Tank little ass just jumped up for Joe. See, look, there's the difference. Tank was ready to fight Ron Garcia. Them other dudes, he wasn't ready to fight. That's why you seen Tank say, "You must know something I don't know." Motherfucker, he wasn't even talking to you about your dummy ass. But everybody just ran with like he was talking about Tank.
Yeah, I think the fight to get made. I just think it does more pay-per-views. The Earl Spence Bud fight is getting played out, and they keep playing. And I keep telling people this, and I've been saying this for a couple years too. Homeboy is fixing to beat a Mando, and they keep playing. Jerron Ennis, and people go say, "Who did he beat?" And you figure out on your own. Like I don't.
Hey, all right. Look, you went to some Jerry Ennis shit.
That's wrong. Like talking to
no position to fight for no title.
But salute to Jerron Ennis though. You know I do like him though. I
respect him, but
I like Jerron.
Like he's mandatory to somebody right now.
Yeah. He got a lot more to prove. You know, he got a lot more to prove. Just like Virgil Ortiz, they both got a lot more to prove. And when they make
more in line to get a title shot than Jaren at this point.
LTBA, I'm just trying to teach you so you won't be one-dimensional on your debates.
Teach, man, shut the fuck up. How you gonna teach me?
Hey, yo, what's your email address, bro? I'll send you some old ring
here we go,
bro, because you got to step your
game.
Right, so real quick.
Hey,
it was a good debate. Of course, it wasn't really a boxing debate. You know what I mean? Like y'all talking about the two fighters fighting each other. It was just all about what event y'all feel is going to do more pay-per-views, according to Jalik. But it is still opinion. You know what I mean? Because until it happens, you know, we don't really know. It's your opinion.
And that's why Jalik was mad at me, Black, because I didn't want to talk about that with him. I didn't want to talk about something that like it just don't make sense to me. I ain't saying Ron and Tank ain't no good young fight, but you know, I didn't want to try to put that fight up against Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. This is a huge fight, bro. Like, that's it. It's a huge fight.
When is it going to be played out to you? Like 3 years, 5? You going to be when is it going?
Hey, Jalik, but to your point, you're right. It is starting to get played out because of the simple fact. Hold on, but because of the simple fact that this marinating thing, and then you mentioned about it looked like he bullying him. You know, you keep chasing him around, and of course, Errol with the back of the line stuff. So I hear what you're saying, but if the fight got made, it is going to be huge.
It's going to be big, and I'm gonna go.
And you can say that, you know, about if you're a diehard fan and try to make a comparison to the casuals and stuff, but I think that fight is not only going to bring. See, look, the Ryan and Tank fight, right? That's going to bring a lot of casuals, but how many diehard fans is going to bring? You feel me? And then you look at Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. You're gonna have casuals and diehard fans, legends, like motherfuckers that's boxed in the, you know what I'm saying, way back in the 60s and 70s watching the shit, because they know that's a fucking real fight. You know what I mean? Like, and we talking about real hardware on the line, not no little champ shit. So I would hope, for the sake of boxing, that Bud and Earl did far more numbers than that shit, that little champ shit. You know, I'm not saying that I wouldn't watch that fight. But I'm just saying, as a boxing fan,
you made a great point. Real quick, Black, you made a great point. Hold up, just 5 seconds, Jalik. 5 seconds. He made a great point. He said, how many they could bring casuals, but how many diehard fans you think they gonna bring? So, Jalik, you think it's more casual boxing fans than diehard fans in the sport of boxing?
Exactly. You can get that's how you increase your pay-per-view.
I'm asking you, do you think it's more casual fans than diehard fans?
It's a small sport, and you also got to realize diehard.
A good question too is, do you think the diehards support the sport more, or the casuals support the sport more?
The diehards do, but in order
to so that's tell you right there who buys pay-per-views, family.
But most pay-per-views don't. Most fights don't even be selling. People saying Earl the pay-per-views.
Yeah, but you saying Tank and Ryan is going to sell because of the casuals. When you just said the diehards is the ones that support
the diehards more. diehards, y'all don't like watching Tank Davis fight? I mean, y'all might not personally like him, but he's not exciting to y'all.
No, but
really.
as a diehard fan, which fight would you rather see?
If I had a choice, I would rather see the I would rather see the just for
why you stuttering, motherfucker?
my dog right here, she ringing.
Hey, dog, we do this, man. We do this, man.
Why you stuttering? But like, Jalik,
now, you a diehard
Jalik.
fan, right? Are you a casual or diehard fan, Jalik?
Let me finish this because she ringing the bell. She got to use the bathroom. Hold on, let me say this before I take her to the bathroom.
Take your dog out, man.
It's getting to the
my dog ringing the bell. Ain't that the fuck is it? My dog ringing the bell. She got to use the bathroom. Motherfucker. My dog.
Let
Go ahead,
Jalik. Let him finish.
Like I don't want to see. I hate for somebody to get bullied. So Bud and Earl is almost on some bully shit. So it's getting to the point I would rather see Tank versus Ryan. Also, I believe it's more competitive because I got Crawford knocking out Earl Spence. That's just the way it is. So the other fight is more 50-50, is more competitive. So that fight is starting.
You say you don't like bullying?
No, I don't like bullying. I'm starting.
So what? No, don't it seem like Ron bullying Tank?
Nah. Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me take her out real quick.
Yeah. Take your dog out. Take your dog out. That's what I do to niggas. I make niggas go outside and rethink their position. But now look, it wasn't a debate. But look,
he got his bell rung. Is that what you said to say?
Hey, but don't it seem like Ron bullying Tank? So that's the thing. He talking about I put him on mute because I didn't. You know how Jalik do. Jalik want to go in and he's the Mr. Hypothetical of all time when it comes to YouTube boxing. He is the Mr. Hypothetical of all time. He'll go into it because it could be a big fight. Like, remember how he was on Jaron Ennis. Oh, Jaron Ennis going to do this and that. Jalik one of them dudes who try to jump on it first to try to say, oh, if it do happen, he could be the one to say, oh, it did that. Stop it, Jalik. Just stop it. Like, ain't no way that Ryan Garcia. Now, look, if Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis is both on top of their game in the next year and a half, 2 years, you know, then that's going to be a big fight. But right now, it's out of this league with this Earl Spence and I don't think this fight is watering down. I think we're just tired of talking about it. I think we're tired of talking about Earl Spence when it turns Crawford.
Hey, real quick. Hey, Toby, come on, man. Don't do that, bro. I've been letting Jalik talk. So maybe he talking about on a different panel, but, you know, I always try to let, you know, people get theirs off. So, I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, but it's just like, you know, what this is starting to feel like. It's starting to feel like the Pacquiao and Earl situation again. But damn, if we think about it, you know, look. When did Earl became champion in June 2016, didn't he? He became champion. When did Earl Spence become champion? June 2017, something like that.
Maybe so, bro. I know you would know.
So he been champion. He been champion 3+ years, right? Like he couldn't even get no fight. With now one of them PBC people, you know, for 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
Think about that shit. Look at Terrence Crawford, been in the division since June 2018. The first fight champion. Damn, the 3 years, he can't get, he still can't buy a bucket with them one of them dudes. That's why I say when people try to put the blame on Terrence Crawford, you can't do that. When you try to say, who won it? What else? Black, do you understand when I say this man got a wife and 5 kids, and during this pandemic, that's how bad he want this fight. He came down her family.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
And he got spit in the face, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's the type of era that we in, man. They don't like the big champs out here. So that's why we got the passion that we got, man. We got to fight just to keep the, you know what I'm saying, for them. You know what I mean? Because you got all these weak, you know, little weak boxing talk motherfuckers out here that's just talking down on the big champs. Like they not out here really trying to do the best that they could do to their capacity to make big fights happen for boxing and for the casuals. Okay? Tank and Gervonta happening, that's for the casuals. That's a casual matchup. Let's just be real. That's not a big champ boxing, you know what I mean, for the diehards, that's not really a fight for us. We'll watch it, but that's about one step above the YouTube exhibition shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, like in my opinion, like that's almost like a little fun exhibition, social media, people gathering up together, celebrate, get their coronas and chicken wings and all that shit, and have a party with that. But when we're talking about Earl Smith's Bud Crawford, it's a different level. It's a different level, man. We talking about like, you know, it's a different, you have a different feel about a fight like Spence versus Crawford than a Ryan versus Tank. You know, I just see partying and fun and a bunch of girls and chilling and shit. You're gonna have some real grown motherfuckers watching Errol Spence and Bud Crawford from all across the world. Like, man, these is two dogs right here. These motherfuckers has been fighting for years. We got a guy who was the number one pound for pound. He's been undisputed. He's been avoided all of this time, but finally the big dog Errol Spence, unified champ, is gonna get in there with him. You know what I mean? Like it's a different type of fight. You know what I mean? So I just felt like the Tank and the Ryan shit is like, yeah, that's a fun fight for the casual fans, but those two guys are still super unproven compared to Errol Spence and Bud Crawford when it comes to this sport of boxing. When I'm looking at them, it's just you put Ryan and Tank, put their resumes and what they accomplished up against Earl and Bud, man, it's shit all over like Jalik's dog, shitting all over that shit.
And the thing where they say Jalik be trying to push in there talking about, oh, he's bullying Earl Spence. I'm trying to say that. Just say Earl Spence is ducking. See when you try to make it seem like talking about he bullying Earl Spence. No, he ain't. He doing what he's supposed to do. He trying to get this fight. Earl Spence is ducking. They try to create that narrative talking about he's a bully. No, Terrence ain't no bully. He's in his profession and he's trying to get a fight. Let's use the right word. Earl is ducking and avoiding this fight. It ain't no bully shit going on in this situation. Earl, the narrative you're trying to say is bully now, Jalik. No, but the narrative is going to still say the same. Earl is ducking and avoiding this fight. Let's not say bully, because when you say bully, it makes it seem like, like Terrence Crawford trying to bully Earl Spence. No, Terrence Crawford is doing his job. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
He's just trying to get a fight. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all Bud trying to
fight,
He's trying to get a fucking fight.
Fights. When you see two good fights, shout out to the panel, man. Shout out to Mr. Mute King. Shout out to he don't mute you, and you don't gotta agree with him. So shout out.
You're the only one I ever muted, Jalik.
See,
no, I'm not gonna say you're the only one I ever muted. I'm sorry.
Black Horseman, listen, you can be from anywhere, it don't matter. Black Horseman let you speak your mind, so you got to give him 100% credit like that. The thing about it is, you want to see fights where both guys want to fight. When there's one guy that look apprehensive and look unsure of himself, it's like it gets to the point where you don't even want to see it. That's why I'm talking about. It's like he don't want to lead the side of the porch. Like, is Al Heyman letting him? It's like they keep making all the excuses, so you just lose confidence in Earl. Now, if Earl believed that he can win, and it was like, okay, I want to fight and different things like that, then it will be more, the build up to the fight will be bigger. So it'll still be big. I want to see the fight, but it's getting played out. I'm not the only person that's thinking about that. Also, the Devin Haney and the Teofimo fight for Undisputed is starting to pick up, where people are starting to talk about that more than Earl Spence and Crawford. So shout out to RTBA. They should be paying you, bro, because you talk about that every day. Like, I'm
because I want to see that fight. Hold up. Oh yeah.
Hold up. Bro. Hey, real quick, you notice how Leak, he'll come up and be like, you know what, man, this dude didn't improve. You know, he good delivery, and this man is polished up and sharpened up. And then at the end, he'll go, you know what, man, they need to hire your ass. It just start going in at the very end of his shit.
But look. Hey, but Jalik, one thing you got to say is, I'm giving that same energy though.
No,
like when niggas hold up. When niggas didn't want to fight Earl, I called them niggas ducks. It ain't the difference of when I was being a bias when, I was, just because I was from Dallas. I'm not that no more. I was being biased on the matchup. I can say that. But when niggas was ducking Earl, I called them ducks. When niggas is ducking Terrence Crawford, I'm calling them ducks. It's that same energy. Now, was I being biased on a matchup situation? Absolutely. I don't know who will win this fight. To be honest, I was just being biased because I was from Dallas, speaking on a matchup.
Right.
But calling people, but when they was but ducking, I have never been biased on that. And this is the thing about Jalik right here. This Twizzler head. This is the thing about this Twizzler head. Mr. Twizzler head.
Mr. TBA, man. He got styles. Y'all don't be knowing until you get in this ring, man, what this dude be doing. But I didn't been in this ring with this man.
No, but Jalik, my guy, it's just that when you come in and talk about look, and look, I know this one to have black on one. Devin Haney, technically, when you talk about Devin Haney versus Teofimo, Mr. Twizzlerhead himself and Jalik the leader, for the real no. Technically, Devin Haney is a WBC champion, but I look at Teofimo as the undisputed champion. And I know Black ain't gonna like to hear that, but I'm sorry.
Hey, I see the meme on Facebook. There's like Earl Spence need to hire RTBA back because when RTBA was his hype man, he was getting all them knockouts. They said RTBA was his hype man, he was getting all the knockouts.
I seen something now for real though, bro. I seen that shit. Somebody say, boy, Earl ain't had a knockout since him and RTBA fell out. That's right. God. Who said that? Somebody said, did you say that, Blood? Did you say that?
No, that wasn't me. I don't take credit for that. That wasn't me.
Who said that shit?
I've heard it before though. Somebody said, I think I was on the live when somebody said it in the chat or some shit, but it probably wasn't on my live stream, but I didn't say it. But then when they said it, I co-signed the shit like, damn, that shit is true. See, you gotta have ferocious motherfuckers in your corner too, in your camp. Otherwise, where you gonna pull that energy from? I a ferocious motherfucker, man. Shit, you need a ferocious nigga. You can't have no weak motherfucker talking about you the most ferocious, you to this and you that, and they got on stay on some weak shit. Like, nah, you know what I mean? He was able to draw from that energy because IO believed that shit. Like, nigga, you
Jalik,
the most ferocious
Jalik, don't ever compare me to Earl Spence because Mr. RTBA, I could have easily took the easy route, motherfucker.
Oh shit, easy route.
You hear me, Jalik? Hey, Jalik, hold up, Jalik. Right, I could have took the easy route. You hear me?
Yeah, but
I'm just saying.
When you press that mute button, that's taking the easy route. That means you can't stand the heat. That means you.
Nah, but this has nothing to do with you. You know.
When somebody come on your panel and they got a difference of opinion, you just mute them. It shows you can't handle pressure. It shows.
No, it ain't handling pressure. It's somebody coming on your panel trying to change the direction.
Trying to change the direction. I just said it was bigger, and I said you the one took it there and made it bigger. I just was stating my opinion.
Jalik,
sometimes too, though, Jalik, you got to realize, man, like he hosting too. So if you on his panel, he got the authority to do whatever. But at the same time, like when you come,
it ain't even that, Jalik. Jalik try to. That's what Jalik always been able to. That's why I say he ain't changed. Even in these months where I railroaded this nigga off of Facebook and Black, y'all know this is no lie. Any nigga on this panel and chat, any nigga in this chat and this panel lie, nigga. When I first came onto the UGC, I railroaded this young man. I'm talking about he didn't have a chance against me. Look, and I'm just saying, Jalik. After the months you've been off of YouTube, bro, like you ain't got no better because you still try to come and take these same angles. Now you starting. Oh my God! I just thought you would have got. I thought you would have worked on your technique.
Hold on. He got better, but at that time, you gotta understand. Jalik had barely started his channel at that time, so he was still a rookie in the game, bro. You had hella sparring on Facebook, so don't even try to out-TV your shit.
No, I mean, hey, it don't matter though, Black. It don't matter.
He had just started. Really getting into these debates, him and D.
Hey, just make sure you send me an email address. I got you, bro. I'm gonna send you a couple magazines because I want you to know more about you. Good for the YouTube community. You got your own unique style, but I want you and the people want you to talk more than Earl versus Bud because you like a boxer.
Why not? Why not? Why not? Hold on. No. Okay, go ahead.
You like a
Go ahead.
boxer,
I'm sorry.
all they got is a left hook, and everything else is there. So all you got is Earl versus Bud. You take that away from you don't know what else to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what else to talk about, and I'm trying to teach you, but you don't want to listen. When the student is ready, the teacher shall appear. You're not ready for the information.
Hey, but Jalik, that ain't all he talk about, but that's what he's most passionate about. You can say that. Like,
and
we all
and I'm
got
gonna say
certain
this right
topics
here.
we all
Look, I'm
passionate
gonna say this right here. I'm gonna say this right here. If I was passionate about niggas not fighting Earl Spence, why can't I be? If Earl Spence make a complete 360 of what he used to be, why I ain't gonna get that same passionate and put that same energy back on him? See, Jalik, that's when I tell you you're not ready for a nigga like me, because when you say stuff like that, I'm gonna bring back receipts on you. Because the same way I was passionate about niggas not fighting Earl, right? And Earl came into the game. He came into the game this totally different guy than what he is now. He came to, I'm not gonna be like the other guy. That's the reason why people love me, because I want to fight everybody. Now, he make a total 360 on that, and I'm like, who is this, and where did the real Earl Spence go? So you telling me from a guy to come in preaching this, but then when he get a little higher above, he get his little plateau, he not practicing what he preach no more. He a complete 360. I ain't supposed to be as passionate and give him that same energy. Come on, man, stop playing with me.
So here's what
what makes him different?
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the Mr. IOTBA challenge. For 3 straight months, IOTBA cannot do Earl versus Bud video or live and see what happens. That's the IOTBA challenge. See if he can go 90 days without talking Earl versus Bud.
90 days. Damn.
Also,
who the fuck is this on there?
You such a diehard. Why does Earl? Wasn't you watching boxing before Earl came out, or you just started watching boxing?
That's why you don't know me. That's why I say you don't know me, boy.
That's up to you.
Because look. That's why I say you don't know me, Jalik. Because if you know me, then you will know. You just say that now because you this new YouTuber, and that's what when you first met me, that's what the hot subject was about. You know, the hot subject was about Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. That's the type of shit that we was talking about, dummy boy. So don't get on here. So hold on, shut up. Hey, Jalik, you're on one platform. If you be on my YouTube, if you be on my Facebook, my Instagram, bro, we talk about all different boxing topics. Just because I be on YouTube talking about this and that, what the fuck do they got to do with me anyway? Why do you care about that? Why do you care about me so much? You want to say IOTBA, you want to do an IOTBA challenge?
Because like
let me do a Jalik challenge. Okay, so if you're gonna do an IOTBA challenge, let's do a Jalik challenge. Let's do it. Let's say, Jalik, you can't run off a YouTube ever again for months and go into Russia like you Rocky and shit, because IOTBA beat the shit out of you for months and then come back. Let's do that.
IOTBA challenge is real. Listen, I'll probably see you like a $50. What's your cash at, bro?
Drop that shit, dog.
I'll give you $50, bro. I want to see what you made off on these YouTube streets. Let me see what
$50 ain't enough. For little niggas like you, $50 ain't enough for me, fam. I get paid more than that to debate on her. Ooh.
Oh shit.
Oh.
What do you debate about?
I gotta interject something real quick though. I gotta interject something real quick. Pound for pound, Io, I think he the first dude, man, got paid that bread, man, for these debates, man. He hot on these streets, in this debate streets, dog. You gotta get him in that bread, bro.
That's why Jalik like a little fly. You knock a little fly away, the motherfucker fall down till you get his wings back, and then he come back flying by your head again. Jalik, that show you the difference. I'm not looking for a nigga like you. You know what I'm saying? You looking for a nigga like me. Anything. This nigga wants to debate me about
line. I don't get chased in these debate streets, bro.
No, look.
Monty Brown chased this man for years. Got Jalik trying to get some comeback from being railroaded when he first. God damn.
Hey, Blood Boxing was finna jump through the goddamn phone.
Blood was getting ready to jump through the screen.
Hey, that nigga 78 say he put up $500 if all TBA come debate right now. It's a difference, Jalik. Yeah. I understand.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm confident. What's the day? January.
That man said $50, dog.
21st, bro. You got to April 21st. If you do another Earl versus Bud,
that's my birthday, April 21st.
Okay, yeah. So you got to your, if you can make it to your birthday, bro. Just hold in with all your Earl talk, because they ain't fighting. It's getting played out.
It's gonna cost you, bro. It's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you.
Yeah, we'll see. Always remember that.
No, I'm saying it's gonna cost you. If niggas want you to do something, pay me for what you. If you want me to stop talking about something for 90 days, pay me for 90 days of not talking about it.
So, hey, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Being that I got y'all two on here, because thank you all for jumping on, man. Like you proved, nigga, you free smoke, so you don't do nothing, But anyhow, I want to say this, man. It's a good opportunity to apply some good debate structure, because if I was say like this was a fair debate, right? Just shooting a fair one. That means no low blows. You got to stick to the script. And if I was to criticize, right, if this was just a fair one, I can take some points away from Io. He had some insults in there instead of sticking to the script. And then Jalik, I would take points off on you, because you can't be in the chat trying to persuade their opinion on the debate. You do that a lot.
Nah,
so if I had to make my opinion, I would take points away from that, because you're not supposed to be trying to persuade the chat on your viewpoint. You know what I mean? I get it. You got your fans and people and all that, but you just up here to focus on Io, not to be looking at the audience posing and shit for the cameras and shit. Like, bro. Like,
I don't see how no points could get taken away from me, because in the fight you got to get dirty sometimes.
But like I said, if it was a dog fight, like it's a difference between a fair debate, a clean debate, and a doghouse debate. So we got to just have different structure. So it's all about when you come here, say y'all want to do it, somebody want to do it in the future.
I want to do the doghouse debate, because the doghouse debate.
You have to just choose whether you want a doghouse where anything goes, or
because
clean debate.
Like I want it to be clean, but in the doghouse debate, you could throw the jabs.
Yeah.
It ain't like I'm calling him. I ain't cussing him out like saying you.
No, it wasn't crazy though. It wasn't crazy.
Yeah,
it just made me think about it.
Get crazy. But you're right though. I did get dirty. But that's my tactic, dude. I like to make niggas uncomfortable. Black, you know me. Like,
right, but I just know that, like, if I was to put y'all in categories, Io is a doghouse type of debater. Jalik, I would say you are more of a clean debater.
Oh no,
and you do your doghouse shit at the end of your statements, like very at the tail end.
No, I'm not. We can do. I like non-corporate with no rules. That's how I debate anyway. But we can do it on.
Man, Jalik, when have you ever did that?
You didn't. I'm gonna be honest with you, Jalik. In the past, you ain't do too well with the doghouse type of debates. People used to criticize me like, "Damn, man, your shit be. You don't have no rules. You don't moderate."
Hey, Jalik, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, bro. I apologize. I know. No, look, I'm sorry. Look, Jalik, I apologize because nigga, you still got something in your chest for TBA. The way TBA.
Y'all don't know me.
Like you got some of your, you still got some on your chest, bro. Think about it.
Remember,
he did put Io in the 1 Punch Man squad, Wilder style. That was kind of fucked up. That was a third low
me versus like 3 or 4 niggas. So 1-on-1 that's nothing to me. Like I go against 3.
No, Jalik, it was me and you most of the time, bro. And I used to have you quiet. I used to have you like a Jalik. I ran you away from the UGC for a while, boy.
It got so much listeners on the UGC. Niggas was like, "Oh man."
Remember the ILTBA? You got to April the 21st. If he comes out with an Earl versus Bud live video or chat, then we gonna have to give him some strikes. We got to give him some strikes. The ILTBA challenge.
I should say Jalik was on some AB shit. He will hump and hold and not throw.
I like
he was missing.
I like the not. I can do doghouse. It don't matter. Like.
Oh, okay. Well, shut up. Damn. My bad.
You can crack jokes. We can rank. We can do anything.
But you know what? I think that somebody should be able to choose that, right? Like, look, I want to debate you, but we got to do it clean, or you know what I'm saying? They can choose, and those two people got to agree. Like, we're gonna have a doghouse debate. It's gonna be dirty. It's gonna be whatever, or it's gonna be a goddamn clean debate, and it's gonna be points taken off if you don't stick to the rules. That's a harder debate, to be honest with you. If you're gonna do a clean debate. Because most people like to go in and say, you dodo bird and whatever else, go in. And that's funny. That should be lit. But it makes it more challenging when you know you're going to get points taken off for certain shit, like getting in the chat leak or saying, taking low blows when you're supposed to keep it clean. Go ahead.
Jalik look for help in the chat. That's what he do. He look for people to help him make his arguments. That's why he's so animated with the chat. If, like you say, that's one of his tactics he do. He need that.
He need the fan participation.
Hey, Black Horseman, listen, Jack, I keep it 100. Black Horseman didn't save you a lot, bro. Black Horseman parachute. Yes, he is.
Save me. Boy, stop playing. Hey, Jalik, stop that. Jalik, stop that. Let him talk. Go ahead, Jalik.
Black Horseman is your parachute, bro. Like right now, he's your parachute, bro. And you gotta admit it. We all know this. It's okay. You
know what?
Okay, real quick.
Hold up. It's niggas like you who just can't accept the truth. You like Deontay Wilder. You like to make excuses, say this nigga, that. Any nigga who know Mr. IOTB know he stand on his own too. See, it's a difference, Jalik. It's a real big difference. Like, you want to debate me. I don't want to debate you. For what? It's a waste of my time to fucking debate you, bro. I done did it countless times on the UGC where it was not even no contest, bro. Like, it was just like a one-punch knockout. Like, it was over.
So look, this man back in the chat. Look, back in the chat. He can't help it, man.
I kick it with the chat. The chat is
we know, bro. That's your tactic.
Nah, it's no tactic because
I fuck with you, Luke, though.
Hey, if you come up with enough money to get that debate with you, that's in the contract. No, stay your ass out the chat.
We can do that. We can do it on any channel. It's whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just no mutant and his parachute.
Jalik, no. I'm not gonna debate Jalik. I'm not gonna debate you, Jalik. What am I debating you about, Jalik? Jalik, what are we debating about?
It depends on what the topic is. I'm not.
I gotta come out with a topic.
No, he wanted to debate me about. No, he wanted to debate the other day about Ryan Gordon. This is what Jalik. This is why I tell y'all he's not ready still. He wants to debate me about Ryan Garcia and Tank doing bigger numbers than Bud and Spence. This is that little boy shit.
The whole thing is, let me explain something to you. If somebody says an opinion that you don't agree with, that doesn't mean that they're trying to debate you. I just stated my opinion. But go look at the tape. When I was agreeing with him, everything was cool. Who he was doing? I figured this. I know his whole weaknesses. I'll crush him. And then if your parachute ain't out there, you really gonna get deflated faster. So you better hope, Black Horseman, your parachute is up there because you're gonna get crushed, buddy. I'm telling you. And I'm not debating you on Earl.
Now this whatever debate don't count because I was the parachute.
That's why I can't take Jalik serious, bro. That's why I can't take a nigga like him serious. Like, Jalik, I'm trying to look at you and look at me, and I don't think I'm all that, but I know I'm bigger than you. I'm trying to look at you and look at me and look at what type of traction that you done brung to where you done brung niggas out. Where you it's like you trying to downgrade a nigga like ILTBA, and I'm trying to see what type of traction that Jalik done.
Everybody that debate you, man, they always try to go there.
They just try to downgrade me like I'm just like this, like I'm the lowest of the lowest. Like, niggas just talk to me like LTBA ain't did nothing or like bro, but I bring I ain't saying I'm all that, but when I'm in my bag, I'm in my bag. If I want to debate somebody, it's a difference. I bring the big boys out. You hear me, Jalik? It's a difference. You can't do that.
That motherfucker bring out a crowd when he debate, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Got a good left hook. That's Earl versus Bud. You take that away from. I don't see what else you got, bro. You gonna have to listen. I'll take a challenge. I want to see.
I mean, it sounds good. Like, it sounds good, but you can't. I mean, when you a little guy to me, you can't give me no challenge without bringing them mucho dineros to me, man.
Nah,
you got to come with it.
TBA, it is what it is. One day, we don't necessarily got to debate. It's up to you.
You got to get. It's not. I mean, I know. It's up to me. I know. Everybody know that.
Listen, I already know you can't beat me because one, whenever we debate, you're not gonna have your parachute, aka Black Horse. And two,
so it will not be on the UGC. So let's scratch UGC off the list.
Parachute, even with your parachute, I can still beat you. Just like now.
You just said I'm off the list. So whatever platform you got to choose the platform. Neutral platform.
Hey, Black Horseman, Black Horseman know what I'm saying.
Black Horseman. Hold on. Black Horseman.
Not Jalik.
So many times, huh?
Now, Jalik,
hold up,
now
Black.
you can say I'm a parachute for IO, but it's times where I gotta kind of be a parachute and just make sure it don't go. You know what I mean? So make sure that whatever panel you on, they letting you make it.
But Black.
Hey, look. Hey, you talking about me, boy? Black save a lot. Black, boy, you talking no. And let's keep it honest right here. Remember when Black make me leave you niggas alone.
That's some
He
real
was
shit.
going here. He be like, okay, I'll keep it. He be like, okay, I'll keep it. That's enough. I remember one time when I was stomping D Jeff, that nigga like, okay, I'll keep it. Damn, we know you got him, you beat him. You just didn't try to woo. Jalik ain't with you. So don't sit up and talk about that. Hold up, Jalik, don't do that. Cause see, look, I don't even be trying to look. You see, it's like, look, you see how he be leading this up.
He like, y'all need me now instead of the other way around like I would.
Hey, Black, hold up, Jalik. Hey, Black, you see how these niggas try to do that? When I swear to God on the Holy Bible, Black have told me to calm down, RTB, okay, RTB. So many times against a nigga like you and a nigga and that one time against D Jefferson. So stop playing with me, bro.
D Jefferson, shout out to D Jefferson.
Hey,
D Jefferson.
I'ma just let it be known, right? I'm not when it's debates on my platform, I'm not a judge, I'm not the corner man, I'm the referee.
Say, man, you ain't got to do all. Hold up, Black. Hold up. You ain't got to do all that. Hold up. You ain't got to do all that.
In clean debates, I'm referee. If not, it's all out.
Hey, no, Black, because any debate I'm doing, if I was to debate this little maggot, it ain't gonna be nowhere but on the UGC, nigga. And hold up, who is this little nigga? Hold up, Black. Who is this little nigga? Who ain't never won a debate? Probably the only debate he probably ever won was against El Jefe. To try to make to try to tell us how the shit gonna go or what we need to do. Oh, it need to be like this, nigga. You ain't got no merit behind what you saying, Jalik. You can't big boy talk nobody.
Just so you know, when you mute somebody, that's like throwing in the towel. That's like conceding. That's a form of
no. I wasn't even debating you, Jalik. I was that debate. Hold up. This nigga came on my panel and want to talk about Ron Garcia and Tank to try to to try to say it's bigger than that. Nigga, if I don't want to talk about that, nigga, and you started talking about it, I'm gonna mute your motherfucking ass. If you ain't understanding, I don't want to talk about it. Who the hell are you to try to tell somebody that they got to talk about something, bro? Right. You the only nigga. Hold on, you like when niggas start going out the way, bro. And niggas got right to do that. When niggas start going out the way of the situation that we're talking about, I feel like a nigga got that right. And and look, let me tell you something, boy. I've been hosting radio shows and doing all that, Jalik. So this is nothing new to me. So stop playing with me, big dog. Little dog.
Shout out to Black Horseman, aka the Parachute, the Lifesaver. I respect him. I know he can't beat me, but at the end of the day,
now Black Horseman is just a parachute out in this.
Black, you be saving me, bro. Like, listen,
I'm a life raft ass nigga now.
You have been saving all TVA.
Life best ass horseman promotion ass nigga.
Like, don't talk about that. It's all good.
This nigga downgraded all of us, bro.
I don't want help. I actually don't even want help.
I told you these niggas hold on to that shit for years. It be weeks and years. These niggas just hold on to all TBA. Boy, these niggas can't let
listen, Io, be on some real shit though. That's why I don't do a whole lot of debates, man, because when motherfuckers lead the debates with us,
they hold on to it, bro.
It could be 2 years later, and they still mad about a debate that's from 2 years ago. I'll be like, hey, you know what, man? Some niggas just ain't cut the same, dog. They get in their feelings. You know how you sing it out. That's some real shit.
And like if a nigga beat me, I ain't gonna look. I swear, if a nigga beat me in a debate, but fuck all the Facebook shit. I'm talking about on YouTube where I done actually debated niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like a real debates. If y'all could show me where a nigga done beat me at, I admit to it. But I done debated about 5-6 niggas on here like that with just real debates. Like, I ain't talking about like no Jalik or a debate like that. I'm talking about debates where everybody coming. I ain't lost.
Okay, let me ask you this. What was the topic about?
Why does it matter what the topic was about? Because you want to you want to know what the topic is about. So what does it matter, Jalik? See, that's what what does that matter what the topic was about? What does that matter? A debate is a debate. When it's signed, sealed, and delivered, it don't matter what it's about. It's about you gonna go in there, you gonna fight that shit out. Straight up.
Shout out to Black Horseman. Thanks for having me on. I gotta
shouted me out 20 times, money. God damn.
I'm out of here. Listen, Mr.
I told you he ain't changed. He ain't changed, Black. When you think he done got better, that's what he do. Shout out to the Black Horseman. Shout out to IOTVA. Shout out to my dog for going out there having the runs and shitting for 10 minutes.
Listen,
That nigga roasted the shit out of me, low-key. That nigga called me a life ass.
You one-dimensional is a zero.
Parachute.
That is the left hook, and I'm gonna use that against you, bro. Go study boxing.
Shout out to the trendsetters.
When you gonna do that?
Shout out to the panel.
When you gonna do that?
Right.
With Jalik, it's just like pigs flying. It ain't gonna never happen, fam.
Damn. Like the Errol Spence and the Crawford fight, man.
Yeah, like the Earl Spence and Crawford. But look, unlike Earl Spence, I gave Jalik shots. I gave him multiple shots already. Multiple.
Right.
We debated multiple times. Unlike the Earl Spence Terrence Crawford situation, I did that. But yeah, man, Black, I appreciate you bringing me on, fam. I had to come on. Boy, you niggas had me on one, boy. say, Black, you niggas know how to get a nigga on that bike quick. I had to stop what the fuck I was doing, bro. I say, hold up, wait a minute, let me put some boom in it. But you niggas know we are the underground community, nigga. I'm UGC, nigga. To the death, nigga, and niggas know that too. So that's how I'm coming. That's how I've been coming. That's how I'm gonna continue to come. Shout out to Black Horseman, the whole panel, Jalik, the whole chat. I just appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.
Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to IO getting a break from Errol Spence and picking up corn and shit and zucchinis. That's my nigga though. That man downgraded me to a parachute. Parachute life raft ass promotions. All right, here's what it is, man. It is what it is. I'm gonna remember that shit, Jalik. I'm gonna remember that. But I let a lot of people make it, man. I just fall back and I'm in a good mood, man, because 2021 look like we're gonna get heavyweight undisputed. So that's really what this live stream was about. Let's get ready to rumble. Heavyweight. You know, AJ versus Tyson Fury. Big shout out to the playback, man. Easy work. Easy work. Like Chris Ariola said in this one fight. Easy work. That nigga nose is out of there. Right. Shout out to the free thinker. Shout out to Jalik coming through and visiting us. You know, he was one of our originals in the UGC. And he coming back to visit. Shout out to him, man. That's what happens, man. We, you know, they start off like babies. They be preemies with the UGC, and then they grow and they expand, they do their thing, and they come back and visit us. And we say, hey, how you doing? We still, excuse me, we still nice when they come back. You know, we know how to make guests feel welcome, right? And they get out of line, and you know what happens. You know how that go. But thank y'all, man, for participating today. This was episode 3 of the Realest Boxing Talk podcast. You did. Till the next time, man. Shout out to the whole underground community. One love.